Therapy. Care, commitment, community. Brady's Physical Therapy. Proud to support DuBois football. Go Beavers!
Welcome back to Frank Verichetti Field here in Brockway, Pennsylvania, as we get set for the kickoff. We just got done with the national anthem. Band is still on the field doing their alma mater, I do believe. So we were talking about whether or not Dixon is going to be in this game. I don't know yet. I haven't heard any report. I should have asked Trey that, or TJ that last night. I talked to him. He's my neighbor behind me. So,
I didn't even know that.
I saw him for a couple of minutes, but I should have asked him that question, but I did not. So we'll find out whether or not Dixon's playing here as soon as we get started. So again, we talked about that a little bit. I mean, they did have Carter Wilson, very successful out of the backfield as well, but it's nice to have that 1-2 punch. So if Dixon is healthy and available, that opens up the run game even that much more. So hopefully we'll see a little bit of that coming up.
And we'll see how they respond from last week. I mean, they were used to having their way, and just there for a while they were scoring in a minute, 2 minutes, pushing it right up the field with their passing game. Well, obviously that didn't go so well last week, so maybe they looked at the film and they're going to try something a little bit different here tonight. Maybe not. You never know.
It's reminiscent of some DuBois football teams of 10 years ago or so, where the quick strike offense is great, but you have to have a defense behind it to stop that as well, because you need, the St. Mary's game plan was to a T. They controlled the clock. So if you're the quick strike offense and you can't do anything defensively to stop that time of possession, it's got to be somewhat equal.
Oh, definitely. I mean, and then there's so many kids playing on both sides of the ball, too. If you're out there on defense the whole time, then you only think your offense is only going to have the ball for a minute or two and be able to score.
Beavers.
Welcome back to Frank Verichetti Field here in Brockway, Pennsylvania. We're about getting set for the kickoff. Pack to kick off, deep to receive. I can't tell numbers here with the dark. We might have to get this after the play. But Keck's lined up, ready to go. Looks like number 1, Aiden Snowberger, here to the left to receive, and the ball's going to go his way. He fields it at the 5. Cuts to his left, turns it up in the middle of the field, and he's going to be brought down by a host of Beavers at the 20-yard line. So that's where Brockway will put it in play, following the footsteps of their sophomore quarterback, Aiden Patton, at the helm.
Yeah, Snowberger actually did a good job there, because I don't know if that ball would have made it into the end zone if he'd let it go. So
yeah, that was a good job of receiving that or fielding that. Without question. That looks like Pisarcik behind center.
That's an empty backfield back there.
It is. That looks like number 28, Blake Pisarcik. I do believe.
That could be a Wildcat type.
Yeah, somewhat. Yep. And he's going straight forward, straight up the middle, and he'll fall forward for just a gain of a couple. That'll bring up 2nd down and 8. I'll give him a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, it looks like they're throwing a different wrinkle into this. I don't know if DuBois was expecting this or not.
Snap to Pisarcik again, straight up the middle. Nice gain there. He'll get another 4. Make it 3rd down and 2.
Same formation again. They might be going with the idea, we're just going to keep doing it until you stop it.
Yeah, that seems to be the game plan so far. I'm not sure where Aiden Patton is, but we'll see what happens. And Pisarcik fumbles the snap, picks it up, runs straight forward. He's going to take a loss, so it's going to bring up 4th down. Loss of 3 on the play, and it's going to be 4th down and 5. That'll bring the punting unit on for the Rovers.
And that's what DuBois wanted, obviously, to get that 3 and out on that very first drive, especially since Brockway had the choice whether to take the ball or not. And maybe they were going to try and send a message, but fumbled snap killed that.
Yep, so Caleb Doherty back to punt, moving to his left, and then kicks it. Muhammad back deep to receive, and he will let it go, and it takes a great Rovers bounce all the way down to the 13-yard line. So DuBois will start their first drive on the 13-yard line.
That was a fantastic kick.
It was the Aussie-style kick, moving to his right and then plants and kicks.
I don't know whether he misjudged that or he just was up way too far at the beginning before the punt was even kicked. He didn't realize what kind of a leg he had.
He must have, but it was kind of odd because there was still about 10 yards to do something after he caught it, but it landed right beside him. He could have fielded it. So here we go, Wingard in the backfield.
I can't see
the
number.
And I can't see the number back to his right. We're trying to see if Dixon is in, and I don't know that is Dixon. So Wingard back, pitches it, and that is number 34. Out to his left, good gain on first down. So that was Danny Dixon. So Dixon is in the lineup tonight. That should be a good 1-2 punch for the Beavers. So gain is through 7, almost 8 on first down. Brings it second and we'll call it 2. A long 2 maybe. So
yeah, that was effective. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I don't know if he looks quite as quick as he normally does, though. I don't know if he's still hurting a little or...
Yeah, it could very well be. I think it was a back issue, if I'm not mistaken. But so in the gun, again, hand off to Dixon straight up the middle, and he's going to rumble for the first down just across the 25. The clock still runs. So again...
I don't know if this is a ticking time bomb they're going here or if they decided to go with a different game plan here. We'll see.
Yeah, and that's what we talked about. Maybe that is the wake-up call they need to start seeing what they can do on the ground. So Wingard in the shotgun, Dixon to his right, 2 receivers to his right and 1 in motion. Now 3 receivers to the right, and he's going to roll out and pass it this time. Sets up, passes, an incomplete intended for Carter Voss.
Yeah, he had that other guy open in the flat. I couldn't really see the number from here. But he was open. He elected to go a little bit further up the field. But
yeah, I'm not sure who that intended receiver would have been. Must be somebody that came 25. Corney would be that open receiver.
Yeah. But he looked upfield further, which is it's fine.
Yeah, but again, Wingard has a very, very good passing percentage and is one of the leaders in the state in passing, so we hope that trend continues. So Voss in motion, 2 receivers each side, back to pass, and we have a flag, I do believe, play blown dead. Delay of game is the initial call. We'll see from the official. That is correct, delay of game, so that'll push DuBois back 5 yards. So that'll be 2nd and 15.
Yeah, after the opening series there, they had a first down after 2 runs. Now they're 2nd and 15 after that incompletion and then the penalty. They're going the wrong direction.
It is, and typically, early in the game, you don't want to see these kind of, penalties late in the season like you have now, but it's an oddity. So again here, Wingard in the backfield, Dixon to his right, 3 receivers to the right. Dixon backs the pass, delayed handoff. Dixon up the middle, and there's all kinds of room. Crossing the 40, up to the 50, crossing the 50, and down to the 41-yard line, it looks like, or 42-yard line is where they'll spot it. So, great call by the DuBois offense. Little delayed handoff, expecting the pass, opened up the run right up the middle.
Yeah, he ran 30, 35 yards and nobody touched him. They didn't have a hand on him anywhere. That was a great play, great run. He has those long legs and that high step, and he covers a lot of ground in a hurry.
Yes, he does. So again, about the same formation. Wingard in the shotgun, 2 receivers right. Now Voss coming in motion to bring 2 receivers on each side. Dixon to his right. Quick throw to Koger. Koger will gain about 7 or 8 yards before he gets thrown out of bounds.
Yeah, that could be there all night there, that pitch and catch. If they're going to play that far off of them, they're going to go to that all the time.
And what you should. You play your percentages, absolutely. It's not as quite a gain as I thought. Gain is 6, so it'll be 2nd down and 4. But good game plan so far by the Beavers, marching down the field. And again, this is what I like to see, Keith, in football, is control the clock.
Oh, most definitely. But see if they go back to the run here. Same play the other side that they just ran the other way.
So this time it's a screen. They fake the handoff up the middle screen to Bryson Delaney, and he will get the first down by a couple of yards to the 30-yard line.
Yep, they're moving the chains. He has such a quick release. I mean, as soon as he gets it, if he wants to, they haven't. I don't know what they did last week. Did they run some of the slant patterns last week, or?
There was a lot of screens last week. They didn't run too many of the slants, but they were successful in what they were doing. They kind of shot themselves in the foot a couple of times. I'm not saying they should have won the game again. Hats off to St. Mary's. They played a fantastic game. So Wingard hands off to the front man, and he's going to get stacked up right away.
Ooh. Yeah, I figured that was coming. The flag was up. He slammed him to the ground. He caught him, walked him back about 5 yards, and slammed him down. That was a mistake.
It was. That was Tyler Hansley on the carry. He got stuffed for about a 2-yard or 3-yard loss, but I think we're going to have an unnecessary roughness penalty here.
Yeah.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness on the Rovers, so big penalty there. That will make it a first down.
I mean, emotions are running high in this game. There's no doubt about it. It's a big rivalry right down the road. But, he has to know once you take them 5 yards, the play's already been blown dead. You can't slam them to the ground then.
No, the whistles were definitely blowing when that happened. And again, you mentioned the rivalry. Yeah, absolutely. I remember a few years ago, or it was 2 or 3 years ago, 1-point loss by the Rovers to DuBois, and they came back and beat them the next year. So Wingard again in the shotgun. Dixon to his right, 2 receivers each side. Wingard rolls out to his right, throws. He's got his man, Koger, inside the 10. It'll be a first down and goal from the 7-yard line. So first and goal from the 7.
Yep.
Again, a nice pitch and catch.
Yeah, obviously they're not looking to drop him back and just set up and throw. They're rolling him out here, or either that or the quick hitters where he just gets rid of it quick. But
and that's. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, he's on the money. His accuracy's right there. So
it is, and that's one of the things I've always been impressed with Trey is his ability to throw on the run. So 3 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Dixon to his right. Snap, pitch, throw, and we have no calling yet. But
I don't think he got in.
No,
it was a great defensive play to keep him out. But he's on the
caught by Koger again, but.
He's inside the 1. I mean,
he is. He kind of stuck the football out. I thought he had it across the goal line, but apparently we don't have the right angle from here because the official was right on top of it. So he's calling him short. So we're going to have second and goal from
the length of the football.
About the 6-inch line.
Yeah, I think we'll see run here. What do you think?
I think that's probably a good move. Whether you, well, he's rolling out to his left to throw it. The proves us both wrong. He's going to wing it up, and that's
he's got him.
Catch to number 17. That is Bryson Delaney for the DuBois touchdown.
Yeah, that was right back in the corner of the end zone. That was a good play.
It was. So DuBois, takes off a good chunk of the clock. 5 minutes and 59 seconds to go in the first quarter. And DuBois scores their first touchdown of the game. In for the extra point, we have number 24. That's McCleary. And it's up and it is good. So with 5:59 left in the first quarter, DuBois 7, Rovers 0. You're listening to DuBois Beaver football on Bigfoot Country.
DuBois High School football in Bigfoot Country is brought to you by Tri-County Performance, your local dealer of Western snowplows, proud to support DuBois High School football and all youth athletics. Harfer Realty Associates, your real estate center for the DuBois area, serving DuBois, Treasure Lake, and surrounding areas. And the DuBois Area United Way. You can be on the team to help the less fortunate in our area. With your help, the DuBois Area United Way is meeting the needs of the area's health and welfare service agencies. Go Beavers!
That's better. Welcome back to Frank Verichetti Field here in Brockway, Pennsylvania. DuBois up with the first score, 7-0. So we will have Keck back to kick again. Snowberger And again, I can't see who's on the far side. It's going to Snowberger again. He fields it at the 2, brings it out, right out to the 20, gets hit, changes direction. We're going to have a penalty to go along with this, and I'm guessing that is going to be a face mask.
I would think so. He got hit initially, then he circled back around, and then I think one of the defenders grabbed his face mask because he was coming around. Looks like somebody got hurt down there. There's a player down.
It is, and some of the crowd is screaming at, whistles were blowing there. They only threw one flag, and I believe that's going to be a face mask, but kind of, turnabouts for a play kind of thing. I think that should have been a call in Brockway's favor for the same thing that DuBois got lucky with as far as the personal foul. It is Snowberger that's slow in getting up. He's walking to the sidelines on his own power, which is always good to see.
But yeah, you're right, because, think about that last drive that DuBois had. He was stopped for like a 2 or 3 yard loss. Instead of 2nd and 13 with the personal foul penalty, they had first down and moved him right down into the red zone, and they took advantage of it. So I think you're right. They moved 15 there, so
yeah, the call was a face mask, personal foul, so it brings it out to the 36-yard line. And now we have number 10 in Aiden Patton in at quarterback. In the shotgun, 3 receivers to his left. Snap. Toss up the middle, complete.
There's another face mask.
Yep.
Holy cow.
Pass complete there to Blake Pisarczyk. And we're going to have another personal foul face mask against the Beavers.
That's going to move it into Beaver territory. Probably down to around the 45, unless they call it inadvertent, but nope, they're calling it a full face mask, so.
Yeah, I think he grasped the fingers in there. Yeah. I don't think he turned his head too much, but, it wasn't a brush of the face mask. It was definitely a grab of the face mask, so.
Well, luckily upfield, he had to run around the official.
Well, that 12th defender is always good to have if you're DuBois, right?
Yeah, but you shouldn't grab a face mask then.
No.
Yeah, they're down to the 47. Moving it right up the field.
So handoff to number 18. That's Raiden Kraft. He'll come up the middle for a nice gain. Not a gain of 7, so 3rd down and 3. Brockway moving the ball here.
Yeah, second down.
Second down.
Yeah, that was first down. Yeah, they're not in the Wildcat now. They got their quarterback out there.
So I guess that Wildcat, they deem that might not have worked how they wanted to in that first drive, so they're back to their conventional. Aiden hands it off again to number 18. He's going to get a first down and then some. Brings it inside the 30 to the 28. That's Raiden Kraft on the carry.
Yeah, that was back-to-back plays. He went about 4 or 5 yards before anybody even touched him. DuBois might have to be looking at making a few changes here.
Yeah, DuBois has been in that bend, don't break all year. Typically it has worked. Now a little pressure coming up the middle, and he is going to go down as he dropped back to pass, and that's going to be a loss of 10. Or close. I guess they gave him forward progress, loss of 8. So 2nd down, and it looks like 2nd and 17.
Yep. That's a young quarterback mistake there. He pulled it down, decided he wanted to try and run, then he just stopped. Once your momentum is stopped, you're done.
Yeah, you're done. And in that instance, I think the pressure coming from the sides, if he steps up in the pocket, he's got a little bit of running room. Back to pass now, throws it, and tipped.
Great defensive play there.
Yes, it was. Great defense by number 40. That's Tyler Hansley, one of the many Hansley former relatives of mine that you're going to hear that name quite a bit for the next few years.
And that ball was there, too. If he doesn't tip that, that's a completed pass. But you have to put a little more pressure on him than that. He stood back there for a good 4 or 5 seconds, just standing in the pocket, looking around.
Yeah. So, again, from the shotgun, back to pass, screen play, set up fairly. He gets hammered. Catches the ball, takes 2 steps, and that was number 22, Thomas, junior for DuBois. Just absolutely great tackle.
That had to hurt. You're going to feel that one in the morning. Wow.
That's why I'm sitting up here. I was tired of taking all those hits all those years, Keith. That wasn't fun.
Well, Brockway's going to go. 4th and 12.
Yeah, I think you're in 4-down territory here. And back to pass, scanning the field. Not much pressure. And he rolls out to his left, and there's nowhere to go.
Oh, he made a good move.
Nice move. Oh. Pass completion, or pass attempt, I should say, to Snowberger, and it was just dropped.
Yeah, I mean, that was a fantastic effort by the quarterback. I mean, he rolled out, put a juke on the defender there, started to make it look like he was going to run, and then Snowberger was wide open. He hit him, too, and, I mean, he catches that. He has to just turn and go up the field like 2 or 3 yards for a first down, but he dropped it.
Yeah. Yeah, plenty of room for him to go. So it'll be a turnover on downs. And we'll see what DuBois can come up with their second drive. 3 minutes and 5 seconds left in the first quarter. So 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left.
Dixon in the backfield again.
And Dixon sidecar to his left. And here's the snap. Drop back to pass, straight up the middle. Nice post, and it is complete. Number 25. Still learning these numbers. That's Corney, Isaiah Corney.
He's a big target. I mean, he actually dropped that in the bucket right over the defender's head to get it into him.
Yeah, you can say, I mean, Trey, he throws passes at next level. I mean, I think if that's his choice of sport, he may be able to do something at the college level. So nice pass there up the middle. Good poise. So 3 receivers bunched to the right. Pitch to Dixon, rolling right. He's got some room, turns it up, and lowers his shoulder at the 10-yard mark. Gets a couple more. It'll be a DuBois first down across midfield down to the Rover 40-yard line.
Yeah, another great run. It was just a pitch, and then he ran wide, followed his blocking. Then he lowered his shoulder there at the end, got 3 or 4 more at the end. He must not be hurting too bad. He's mixing it up pretty good.
I think he just needed that extra week off to rest his body a little bit, get set for the next 3 games, and see if they can go and beyond the first playoff game into the second one. So 3 receivers left, and it looks like Dixon to his right. Snap back, drop back to pass, throws left. Pass is complete.
Picked up a block.
Yeah, he's picked up
he's
a block.
He's going in, cuts it inside.
Inside the 10.
Still running.
He's going down at the 10-yard line. That was Bryson Delaney on the reception. Down to the 10-yard line, so I'm guessing that's going to be first and goal if the ball is touching the 10-yard line, which looks like it is.
It was just an out pattern, and he did a step back to elude the first defender, and then he just took off down the sideline, broke it back inside. He ran a long way.
He ran a long way to gain an extra yard.
Yeah, but that was a great catch and run, though.
And there wasn't a defender within 10 yards of him, so that was a good play call. Again, Voss in motion. Snap to Wingard. Back up, fakes the throw, and ball's batted down. Number 57, Benjamin Yale, gets his big paw up there and knocks Wingard's pass right back at him.
And he had the receiver open, breaking into the end zone there, too. Had he not knocked that one down. Worst place you can be. First, now it's second and goal at the 10.
Yeah, that is. I mean, it opens up your playbook a little bit. But
yeah, it gives you a little more room to work.
Yeah. So Wingard back to pass, and delayed handoff again to Dixon, and there's nothing doing there. Tries to cut it to the right, and there's nowhere to go. He gets back to the line. It's no, they're going to give him about a 2-yard loss. I thought he got back to the line of scrimmage, but the officials say, no, Mr. Schneider, you were wrong.
Well, that's the one thing is, a running back, you can't stand straight up. And when he started into the line and he did, he was going to try and do a jump step there, and when he stood up, that kid just barrel hugged him and just went down. So now we're looking at third and goal from the 12. 30 seconds left in the first quarter.
Two receivers each side. Dixon to his left, and again fakes the throw or fakes the handoff. He's rolling out to the left, not much going. Stiff arm to get out of it. Now throws, and it's incomplete. Nice throw intended for Isaiah Corney.
I mean, Wingard did everything he could possibly do there to keep that play alive and keep the Rovers off of him. He stiff-armed the one guy. Then he made a catchable pass, but I think the defender broke in under just at the end, just got a piece of it, enough that it threw it off for the receiver to try to pull it in.
Yep, so now we're going to have Peck in for a field goal attempt from the middle of the field.
Be about a 30-yarder from there?
Yeah, 29-yarder, yep. Snaps down, holds good, kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 11 seconds left in the first quarter, DuBois 10, the Rovers nothing. We'll be right back. You're listening to DuBois Beaver football on Bigfoot Country.
Families, are you having trouble eating healthy on a budget? Many working families qualify for WIC. Pay with WIC before using other payments like SNAP or cash to buy healthy foods. WIC and working families. Together we make your future even healthier. Visit pawic.com for more information. PAWIC is funded by the USDA. This institution is an equal opportunity provider, paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Welcome back to Frank Verichetti Field here in Brockway, Pennsylvania. We're almost done with 1 quarter of play. DuBois with an added field goal, 10-0 DuBois here, and we have Peck to kick off. Again, Snowberger is now to the right as we see him. And I do believe that's Pisarcik on the near side. This one's going to go right up the middle. Pisarcik's going to field it on the run, takes it across the 20 up.
There he goes. Oh,
great saving tackle by Dalton Riesinger. But
yeah, if he doesn't get him,
he's only got one man to beat. He's running full steam at the kicker. That usually benefits a big wide receiver pretty well. So Riesinger saving a touchdown there, but a good return out to the 38.
Now they're back to the Wildcat again?
Yes, they are back to the Wildcat. Pisarcik again in the backfield. And I don't hate this play if you're Brockway. And is running it up the middle. He just kind of falls forward for a gain of 1 or 2. And the reason I say I don't mind, if you're Brockway, I don't mind this, Keith, is because that's kind of what worked for St. Mary's last week, was just a big guy running up the middle. The DuBois couldn't stop him. So you're right. Keep running that until they stop it, which they did there, thank goodness. So we have a timeout on the field, and while they're taking a timeout, we will as well. You're listening to DuBois Beaver football on Bigfoot Country.
Hi, it's Mike at DeLulo Transport in DuBois. For the last 14 years, DeLulo Transport has been providing reliable transportation services to our customers. Now, we've added a new division, DT Auto Glass. DT Auto Glass is performing windshield repair and replacement for all makes and models of vehicles, including medium and heavy-duty trucks. Our technician, Kevin, has been installing glass in the area for over 30 years and takes pride in his work. For a quote or to schedule a repair or mobile appointment, call 814-503-4131 or stop by our shop at 349 DuBois Street.
Welcome back to Frank Verichetti Field here in Brockway, Pennsylvania. And that wasn't actually a timeout. That was the end of the quarter. So we are about to start quarter number 2 as they change sides. Brockway now facing a 2nd and 9 from their own 38-yard line. So again, sticking with the Wildcat, you got Pisarcik in the backfield, 2 receivers each side. Little hard count trying to get DuBois to jump. They stood still. And snap, and again, rolling to his left. He'll gain a few yards out across the 40 to the 42. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 5.
And like we said when we went to the break there, he did break it wide there instead of trying to take up the middle. But, once in a while, maybe try a pass, because if DuBois sees him in the backfield and they're not throwing the ball, then they're just going to key run the whole time.
Right. And I got to think, Pisarcik's an athlete. I'll bet he could throw a football.
I would think so.
So, again, 2 receivers each side. Pisarcik alone in the backfield. Snap, and he's going to run again straight up the middle. Cuts left. Oh, shoestring tackle. Nice tackle, number 38. That's Wilson for DuBois. That's going to bring up 4th down. 4th and 4. We'll see what Brockway will do. It looks like they're changing personnel, so I'm guessing punt.
Yeah, I don't think you want to go for it there and give the ball back to DuBois in great field position like that. They don't want this game to get away from them. It's already 10-0.
Right. Again, not crossing midfield, so it's definitely not 4-down territory. So we got Jackson Hansley back to receive. Rolling to his right again. He's going to kick it now. Ooh, almost blocked by Tyler Hansley. And Jackson Hansley's going to let it bounce down to the 10-yard line, so DuBois will put it in play there. So we'll take a quick break again, come back with DuBois on running the football. You're listening to DuBois Beaver Football on Bigfoot Country.
Go Beavers! McDonald's in DuBois will be cheering on the Beavers all season long. Don't have time to run and get some food before the game? DuBois McDonald's McDelivery is on DoorDash. Have all your favorites delivered right to your doorstep. Download the DoorDash app and choose your McDonald's menu items for delivery. Simply pay and track your McDelivery order as it comes to you. Getting the food you crave delivered is a whole new way to love McDonald's. You can also grab a treat on your way to the game at your DuBois McDonald's off the Beeline.
Welcome back to Frank Verschetti Field. And back to pass is Wingard. Throws it out to Koger. Short gain of 3 on the play, but a good pitch and catch again from Wingard to Koger. That'll bring up 2nd down and 7. Or say 2nd down and 6. They gave him 4.
And once again, Brockway's punter is doing his job. He's pinning DuBois deep every time he kicks a football. They were down to the 10 there. Last time he boomed one about 60 yards, I think, and pinned him deep too. Now the defense needs to step up for Brockway here.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 receivers to the left. Dixon as the sidecar. A little bit of a low snap brought by. And they're going to call, I don't know if they're calling incomplete. No, they're calling incomplete. Pass intended for Voss. Must have hit the ground as he was going to the ground as he was trying to catch it.
And I hate to say this, but that's the first bad pass that he made, because if he hits him in stride, he is gone. He split the defenders. There was nobody there.
Yeah, if he hits him in stride, that's definitely a touchdown. We do have a flag on the field. We'll wait to see what this penalty is. I'm guessing it's going to go against DuBois.
Ooh, that would have brought it back anyway.
It would have. Kind of interesting, though, here. That would have been... And now it's going to be 2nd down. They're going to take the penalty. I don't know if I'm Brockway. I think I might decline this penalty. Make them put it at 3rd down, do something. But
I thought he did say they declined it. He said incomplete pass, the ruling on the field, and then I thought he said holding, and he declined it, I think.
Yeah, they're saying they didn't mark it back. So they are. So it is now 3rd down and 6. So take any advantage that you can get. I mean, if you can stop them here on 3rd down, obviously punting, the battle of field position. So snap to Wingard. He drops back, checks, throws out. Number 17. Pass is complete for a 1st down. That's Bryson Delaney on the catch.
I think there's another hold, though. I think there's a flag now. I think it's holding again.
Well, I would venture to say they're going to accept this penalty.
Yeah, I would. I would think so. But when you watch Trey throw the ball, he has all the confidence in the world. I mean, he threaded that one in there to get that last pass through there. There was 2 defenders, one on either side of that receiver, and he put it right there.
A little hesitation move, like he was going to go to another receiver too. And then I won't say a pump fake, maybe a little juke of his shoulder, and then turns and throws to his intended target. Again, that's kind of next level stuff. That's making those defenders just freeze a little bit, just enough. So 2 receivers each side. It's going to be 4th down and 12 after the penalty. Again, Wingard back to pass from the end zone, throws intended for Voss. He had to turn around. It's going to be incomplete. A little bit of miscommunication there as Voss was kind of turned to the inside and the pass went to the outside a little bit, so he couldn't adjust enough to get it. So I don't see any flags on the field this time. so it's going to bring up 4th down. And DuBois will have to punt from their own end zone. So
he's
good
on
break.
the end line, too. He's clearing the back. You know, they were fortunate the one Brockway defender didn't turn around and look at the ball.
Yeah, there was 2 defenders. 2 defenders to 1 receiver. So
yeah, he had his back to the ball. If he'd have turned around, he had as much of a chance at it as the receiver did.
Yeah, and a lot of running room if he would have caught it. So kind of side off of his foot punt. Takes a little bit of a DuBois bounce from the end zone. He does get it away. Punts it out to the DuBois 39-yard line where Brockway will put it in play.
Brockway really needs to do something with this. With the field position that they just got there, they need to get some points on the board here.
Yeah, they do. If you're Brockway, this is the best field position they're starting with. They need to take advantage of this. 9:58.
Not that we want them to. We're just saying.
No, not that we want them to. If you're Brockway, that's what
that's what you need to do.
That's what you want. And again, just a quick reminder, important to score here is DuBois gets the ball to start the second half. So Patton drops back, throws it, pass complete, and the ball, no, he's saying the ball was down. Ground can't cause a fumble is what they're saying. Pass was complete to number 18, Raiden Kraft. Short gain on the play, gain of 2.
And he threw that a little bit high. They had to go up and get it. Again, if he hits him in stride, it's probably going to work out a lot better for him too. But they're mixing it up. They're running, passing. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, I mean, so far the 2 times they've run the Wildcat, it hasn't really worked in their favor. Right. So this might be the formation you see for the most of the rest of the game. So now handoff straight up to number 18 to Kraft. Nowhere to go. He'll probably take a loss of a yard on that play. That'll bring up 3rd down. And again, Keith, you kind of mentioned that they really need something to happen here. I think in DuBois territory, this might be 4-down territory, even though it's on close to the 40.
I would think so, yeah. And I don't have a problem with them running the ball right there, but no trickery, no deception, nothing. That was just a straight handoff. DuBois was all over it.
So back to pass. Patton rolls out to his right, and Tyler Hansley. And we're going to see what's happening here. He might have been out of the tackle box. I don't know what the rules are. He didn't get it back to the line of scrimmage. Nobody really in the area.
Yeah, they should be discussing that one.
And the officials are talking about this one.
I would say that's grounding.
It should be. Tyler Hansley was in his face. And again, he had to throw it to try to throw it away. He might have been out of the tackle box, but it didn't come close to the line of scrimmage. And there's the flag. They are going to throw it. It's going to be intentional grounding. That is a spot foul and loss of down.
And again, he's a young quarterback, and, he made a mistake, but he was running, and he didn't have a lot of muscle behind that. If he'd have just set his feet and rifled it to the sidelines, it wouldn't have been a penalty.
Yep, that is the direction I was going with that. I just mentioned that, as he doesn't have a huge arm, so as he's trying to roll to his right, he's not going to get much on it. That's why it didn't get to the line of scrimmage. So good point out there, Keith. But what that does for Brockway, it puts them way back to the 45-yard line, their own 45, takes them out of 4-down territory, so they're going to have to punt the football away.
Yeah, that wasn't what you wanted to do with the ball starting on the 39. DuBois' defense stood tall.
Ball's in play now. We're waiting for the whistle from the official, and I do believe, I didn't check that, kick is away. Carter Voss back to receive, and he is going to let it bounce a couple times and then field it. Spins around, moves, and gets a few yards.
I don't know if Coach Wingert's going to have a little discussion with him on that one or not.
Maybe he should, because that was kind of dangerous.
Yeah.
I just noticed the back judge there is my neighbor as well.
Yeah, that was a little iffy to be grabbing that one in traffic.
Yeah.
Because if he doesn't secure that.
No. Yep, so again, shout out to Big Rye Pasternak. He's that back judge right there. Putting the ball in play. But yeah, that was a dangerous. Yeah, he let it bounce twice.
I know. I think we both thought he was just going to let it go.
I thought he was too, but yeah, it would contact right after he touched the ball. So pitch left to Dixon. He's got a little bit of running room on the left-hand side. He's out, cross 10-yard line, 15, 20, 25.
Still going. He's got blocking.
One blocker.
He's gone.
No flags on the field. That is going to be a touchdown, Danny Dixon. So that's really what kind of DuBois really needed that. A long running touchdown. That's not something they've had in their repertoire much this season. So 8:12 left to go. Touchdown DuBois.
That was like 78 yards, I think, somewhere around there. Once he turned that corner and he had 4 blockers in front of him the whole way down the field, there was way more white jerseys than there were black.
Yes, there were. So.
And as soon as they took care of that last safety, it was done.
Yes, it was. So, Wingard, we got a penalty flag here.
I think Brockway
might have jumped a little bit, trying to anticipate that. Lining up to kick, that's number 24, McCleary. So McCleary in for the extra point. Wingard on the hold. So half the distance to the goal. And here we go. Snaps good, holds good, kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 8:12 left to play, DuBois now 17, the Rovers 0. You're listening to DuBois Beaver football on Bigfoot Country.
Infused IV offers a wide array of products and services that will help you get back on track fast. Our state-of-the-art infrared sauna will help loosen muscles, improve circulation, and reduce inflammation. Athletes love our PEMF therapy and Normatec recovery boots, too. These non-invasive therapies encourage the body's natural healing processes and reduce the need for pain medication. Make Infused IV part of your pre- and post-game for optimal results this season. Now infusing ages 16 plus with parental consent. Find out how Infused IV can help you become faster on and off the field. Stop in on Midway Drive in DuBois or online at infusedivbar.com.
Welcome back to Frank Verichetti Field here in Brockway, Pennsylvania. We have a different deep man this time. Along with Pisarchuk, we have number 19, Colton Kale, back deep to receive. Kick upcoming from Peck. And here we go. A couple of DuBois Beavers changing positions right at the last minute. Don't go off sides, and this one is just rolls out of bounds. And we try to describe this if you're not seeing this on the live stream. That was a great kick, and it kicks towards the pylon. Looked like it was going to go into the end zone, and then kind of curls around and comes back into the field of play, and almost stopped at the 2-yard line, but rolled right out of bounds.
And again, what we were saying about coaches, I mean, they needed to tell him that's a live ball. If it doesn't go out of bounds, you can't just sit there and look at it.
Right.
If he'd have stayed in, that ball's live on the 1-yard line.
That would have been a big mistake by Brockway, but luckily,
it did roll
for
out.
them, it rolled out. So they'll put it in play at the 35-yard line. So a good field position to start for the Rovers.
Well, what a big turnaround there. Brockway had it on the DuBois 39. It was a 10-0 game, and then DuBois stopped them, pushed them back, and the very next play, DuBois runs at 78 yards for a score. Big difference there.
Yes, it was. And again, on that play, really good blocking by the DuBois offense. So Patton hands off to Kraft up the middle. Good gain up the middle that time. Across the 40 to the 41. So gain of 6, it's going to be 2nd down and 4.
They can't panic. They got to try to stick to the game plan. There's still 8 minutes left here in the half, but they need to put some points on the board.
Yeah, definitely a must to put points on the board right here. And as the DuBois pressure gets to him, he now rolls to his right, stops. Yeah, that one is the one I think you should have thrown away.
Yeah.
You're only a couple yards away. It's only a yard loss. But
I agree with you. We're looking at the rosters here, and he's the only quarterback listed. And if he goes out there to try to make something happen to gain a yard and ends up getting hurt, then what do you do? So.
And then it's pretty much you've got Pisarchuk and the Wildcat the rest of the game. I mean, that's really what the only option that you have left there. So Patton overran Kraft to his right, and he 2-yard loss. There was nowhere to go there. So you're going to have 4th down here again for the Rovers. that drive stopped as quickly as it started.
Another 3 and out. I mean, that's what DuBois wants. They want to put the ball in the offense's hand. And unfortunately, like I said, and you agreed with, that this game could get out of hand in a hurry here. If DuBois gets it here and takes it down again, that's going to be a hard hill to climb for the Rovers.
It is, and I think here is the spot where if you're DuBois, you want that quick strike. You don't. Yeah, I guess in a way. Obviously, up you do want to try to chew the clock, but I wouldn't mind a quick strike here and impose your will on him a little bit. Voss fields this, stutters around a little bit, gets tripped up at the 27-yard line. So DuBois will put it in play there at the 27. So while they're getting set, we're going to take a quick break. You're listening to DuBois Beaver football in Bigfoot Country.
Are you an athlete or weekend warrior, injured and don't know what to do? Give Radius Physical Therapy and DuBois a call. We can give you a free screen and get you rolling on the path to doing what you love, whether it's a sport or recreational activity. Call 814-913-0217 and ask for Jamie or Dan. We are located in the Sandy Plaza next to Hobby Lobby.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Welcome back to Frank Verichetti Field. Back to pass is Wingard. Quick screen to the left, and he's tackled right away. That's actually going to be a loss of 1. That was out to number 17, Bryson Delaney. They didn't really have a lot of blocking out in front of that one, so he got hit right away as soon as he caught the football.
And I have no problem with the play call, but once in a while, as a quarterback, you got to look and see and say, there's not much of a chance there. Maybe pull it down, look for another. I don't know if he had a check down on that or if he had different possibilities, if that's the only receiver he really had for that play. But
yeah, I'm not sure either, and we kind of both thought he might air it out a little bit on that play. Now he's rolling to his right, cuts back to the left. Again, the screen back to Delaney. Now he had a blocker in front of him, so he gets out for 10 yards or 11 yards, runs it out of bounds. So it'll be a first down, DuBois.
Yeah, again, made the first guy miss, and the natives here in front of us, down here in front of us, started to get a little bit restless. They're not too happy about seeing these missed tackles.
No, and that's the one thing you see from Brockway. Their fans are vocal, no doubt about it. They want to see that their Rovers successful. So 3 receivers right here. Wingard in the backfield, Dixon to his left, and it'll hand off to Dixon straight up the middle, cuts left across the 50, first down, knocked out of bounds at the 47-yard line. First down, DuBois, 5 minutes, 12 seconds left in the first half.
Yeah, and unfortunately, you look at the black jerseys out there, there's a lot of hands on hips. There's kids that look like they're pretty tired because they've been out on the field quite a bit. And DuBois taking advantage of that. Again, he runs so quick and upright, but he hits the hole and he turns the corner. He's getting 10, 15 yards at a clip.
He is. He's looking to lower that shoulder when he needs to. But you're right, he does run straight upright. So Wingard now rolling to his right, sets. Tries to go back to the left, and he is met by number 56, I do believe, either 56 or 58. I'm trying to get a number here. Sometimes these black jerseys, they kind of fold up, and now this is number 58. So that is, bear with me for a second, Jake Hoover on the stop. Great hit by Hoover.
Again, if you're just listening and not watching, right there, I'm sure Coach Wingert was holding his breath there because Trey turned and right into the guy that was coming from behind.
That was a kind of turn around, do a 180, and hello there.
Yeah, but he's so strong. It took a couple of other guys to get him down, but
yes, it did. So Dixon with the handoff now, straight up the middle, gets back to the original line of scrimmage. So we're going to have a third down and 10.
You think it's going to be 2-down territory here? 4 minutes left in the half. Your defense is playing great. You're stopping them.
Yeah, you don't have anything to lose.
Right.
You're up by 17. Late in the second quarter, you get the ball to start the third quarter. So if they do happen to put up points on the board, it's not the end of the world. I do think you go for it here. If it turns into a fourth down.
They haven't thrown one up the field yet.
We're both kind of waiting for that.
Yeah,
right. So Wingard back to pass, and there he goes up the middle of the field. Pass incomplete, in and out of the hands of Koger. That was... that
had some zip on it. That ball was moving.
Yes, it was. I don't know from this angle whether that was behind him or not, but
right.
He didn't seem to get a hand on it. Couldn't get it up, his hands up quick enough for that one. So again, it is 4th down, and we are wrong. It looks like they are going to punt it away. We have number 88 Peck back to punt, and it looks like Pisarcik back to receive. Snap is soft but good. Kick is up and away. Takes a good DuBois bounce. Will go out of bounds. Kind of generous for the Rovers. I thought it went around to 15, but he's calling it the 18. So Brockway will put the ball in play at the 18-yard line.
3.5 left, first half.
So
will they go conservative, or are they going to try to open it up here to try to get some points on the board?
Yeah, I don't know. The cat and the mouse. Maybe that was a punt away from DuBois to try to make sure their defense, does something. That you want that defense practicing as well. So roll to the left. Oh, great pass deflection. He just batted it into the end zone. That was number 18, Hansley.
He puts his other hand up. That's a pick.
It was.
He was so close to him when he almost took it out of his hand.
Yep. But yeah, he just batted that right into the end zone. So that'll bring 2nd down and 10. So we have Peck back, hands it off. Patton back, hands it off to number 18, Raiden Kraft.
They didn't have a good exchange there either. He bobbled that ball a little bit, and they could have easily put that on the turf.
Yeah, that would have been dangerous for them. So gain of 4 on that play, 3rd and 6.
I'd be surprised to see him throw here because they want the clock to keep running, I would think.
Yeah, you don't want to take too much. You want to give the ball back to DuBois with time to score, so I agree. But we're both wrong. He is throwing it.
Oh, my goodness.
Complete. Great pass up the middle.
That's that slant.
It was. That slant was open all day long. That was Pisarcik. Hansley on the stop.
That was their best play of the night right there. So they're not sitting on it. They're going for it. No. 2:40 left here in the first half. They're going for it.
They are. Plenty of time for them. And that would be good for the Rovers if they could put some points on the board before the half. Handoff again to Kraft. Short gain on the play. Gain of 1.
Not sure if I agree with that one.
No, I think at this point you don't want the rolling clock if you're going to take your time.
And they haven't really broken any long runs.
No, I mean, while that slant is there, take advantage of Pisarcik if you can. Again, he's going up the middle, steps up, throws, touch pass up the middle. He's got an open receiver, caught down to the 15-yard line. That's number 11, Caleb Doherty.
So that ball was in the air a long time.
It was, and luckily the free safety was cheating over towards Pisarcik, so you didn't have anybody in the middle of the field to intercept that.
The safety just ran with it, though. Instead of coming up, he ran with the receiver.
Yeah. So handoff, no, fake the handoff and throws, and almost picked off by Jackson Hansley. That kind of confused Hansley because there wasn't a receiver in sight, and all of a sudden the ball goes whipping by him. He was like, what was that?
Yeah, that was one of those ones like, whoa, wait, what just happened here? I probably could have picked that off, but I'm looking for a receiver. Falls to the turf harmlessly. Minute 36 left.
Right, so 3 receivers to the right. Patton back to pass, swings it out to the back in the backfield. Kraft, he takes it down almost to first down territory. He'll be a yard short.
I'm sure they'll take a timeout here, you'd think, wouldn't you?
I would think. They've got all of them left.
He's down to the 6. They need to get to the 5 for the first down. Clock's still running.
I'm not sure what's going on here. You're taking it down to a minute and 10 seconds. I guess plenty of time, if it was 6 yards to go. Maybe that's the choice they're trying to make, feeling they're confident they can put it into the end zone.
Now they take the timeout.
Now they take the timeout. 1 minute, 1 second left. And while they'll take a timeout, we will as well. You're listening to DuBois Beaver Football on Bigfoot Country.
Out-of-town guests coming in for a reunion, celebration, or family function? Make them feel at home at the DuBois Hampton Inn. Group rates are available for your guests, and a clean, comfortable room is a promise. Meeting and banquet rooms are available. Enjoy the indoor pool, and we have wireless internet too. Start your day right with Hampton's free hot breakfast. Call us 814-375-1000. That's 814-375-1000. The DuBois Hampton Inn. We love having you here.
DuBois High School football in Bigfoot Country is brought to you by McDonald's DuBois. McDonald's DuBois McDelivery is on DoorDash app. Get all your favorites delivered right to your door. Download the McDonald's app so you can take advantage of delicious deals and get your rewards. McDonald's of DuBois, proud sponsor of DuBois area high school football, and Infused IV Bar. Stop in and see how Infused IV can help you become faster on and off the field. Midway Drive DuBois, or check them out online, infusedivbar.com. Go Beavers!
And we're back here at Verichetti Stadium. 3 backs in the backfield, trying a little bit of misdirection. They'll get the first down. That was number 18 on the carry, Raiden Kraft. So now it'll be first and goal from the 3. Clock's still running. So they have 2 timeouts left. They're not going to take one yet. So again, I think in part, you want to score here, but you don't want to score with enough time to let DuBois do anything. So that's where you can kind of play with the 2 timeouts. Here, that's
He's in.
Pisarcik.
He's in.
You're going to have a touchdown, Rovers. Blake Pisarcik. Touchdown, Rovers. And the lights are flickering here, which they do in Brockway whenever there's a score. Lights are going out. They didn't pay the electric bill.
That's exactly what they needed to do, though. They needed to get some points on the board before halftime. Made a nice long pass downfield for the completion, and then just finished off the drive.
Yep, so 34 seconds left. Really, DuBois doesn't have a whole lot of time. Well, they can strike that quick. I don't know if they'll try to do that or not. So we have number 11, Caleb Doherty, in to attempt the extra point. Oh, and he'll take a direct snap, and he's going to throw it into the end zone and dropped. A good play call intended for number 2, Xavier Schwentner. So the 2-point conversion attempt is no good. So with 34 seconds left in the first half, it's DuBois 17, Rovers 6. You're listening to DuBois Beaver Football on Bigfoot Country.
This is Bigfoot Country. WIFT DuBois, a 7 Mountains media station. This is Bigfoot Country.
DuBois High School football in Bigfoot Country is brought to you by North Central WIC, supporting families throughout Cameron, Clearfield, Elk, Jefferson, McKean, and Potter counties. DuBois Burger King. Eat like a king who's on a budget with Burger King's $5 Your Way meal. DuBois Burger King, Beeline Highway DuBois, and Bloom Electric Heating, Plumbing, and Air Conditioning, providing sales and service to both residential and commercial businesses. When you call, we get moving. 814-375-0884. Let's go Beavers!
Welcome back to Frank Verichetti Field here in Brockway, Pennsylvania. Your score with 34 seconds left in the half. DuBois Beavers 17, Brockway Rovers 6. After scoring a touchdown and a failed 2-point conversion, we are going to have a kickoff by number 11, Caleb Doherty. Back deep is Koger, and it looks like Muhammad to the far side. Kick is going left, and that's either going to go out of bounds, which it does, kind of right at the pylon, so it went out at the 2, but doesn't matter what yard line it goes out at, it still comes out to the 35.
And that's the one thing you don't want to do in that situation. I mean,
no, it is as quick a strike. It's quick strike offense that DuBois has. You're making them think about it at least now. 34 seconds left. Yeah, they've got plenty of time to throw it downfield.
Well, we'll see if they go conservative or not. I mean, last series was the only time they'd been stopped. All of the three they scored on, so.
Yep, so DuBois comes to the line. We'll see what they have in store here. Trey Wingard in the shotgun. 3 receivers bunched to the left. Dixon pitched to Dixon, moving left with blockers ahead of him. He's going to cross the 40 to the 41 or 42. Marked down at the 41. That's going to be a gain of 6. Second down and 4. Timeout, DuBois. So while they take a timeout, we will as well. You're listening to DuBois Beaver Football on Bigfoot Country.
DuBois High School Football in Bigfoot Country is brought to you by the DuBois Hampton Inn near the DuBois Mall. We're proud to support DuBois High School Football and all youth athletics. The DuBois Hampton Inn, 814-375-1000. We love having you here. Brian Leach of Nelson Realty, your local real estate agent that will show you the way home. M Chevrolet in Punxsutawney with new vehicles arriving daily. Stop in soon. Proud to support our youth athletes. M Chevrolet, Mahoning Street, Punxsutawney. Together, let's drive. And Radius Physical Therapy. Care, commitment, community. Radius Physical Therapy. Proud to support DuBois football. Go Beavers!
Welcome back to Frank Verichetti Field here in Brockway, Pennsylvania, on a beautiful night for football here, Keith. And it's great looking in the booth with you for the first time. So just about to halftime, 26 seconds left. DuBois, and we both kind of agree, we may see a pass right here. Back to pass, here it comes, right up the middle. Carter Voss, not Voss, that's Koger running across in that slant. He's got all kinds of room, and he steps out of bounds at the 38 with 17.7 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to try to put something on the board before the end of the half. I mean, they're gaining yards in chunks here now. It's just whether or not they'll have enough time. They still have 2 timeouts left. So I'm sure if they get a decent gain here, Coach Wingard will take another timeout, try to set something up.
Yeah. And again, the clock stops to move the chains, so, I mean, you might take the timeout to plan a couple of plays. So Wingard in the shotgun, ball is snapped, drops back straight to pass. He's kind of shuffling his feet around now, moves to his left, throws, caught, number 17. That was Bryson Delaney on the catch. First down, Beavers, and he steps out of bounds with 10.3 seconds remaining in the half.
And they're down to the 25, so they're either going to try to put her in the end zone here or try to get enough that they can maybe try a field goal, I would assume. I would look for them to throw it deep.
I would too, but honestly, I would try to throw it right down to about the 5 and see if you can get in. If not, you'd call the quick timeout and kick the field goal if you can. So Wingard back to pass again, rolls to his right, sets, throws, 5 seconds left, 4, caught. Oh, he dropped it. Oh, in the corner, we can barely see it. He looked like he was going to catch it, but no.
Yeah, he was running across the field. He actually looked to see where the sideline was because he didn't want to run out of bounds, and Wingard dropped it right in his hands just inside the end zone past the goal line. It would have been a touchdown.
It would have. There was about 6 yards of room for him before he would have been out of bounds. So,
but he dropped it.
He could have got both feet, both hands, and his head in if he would have went down. If he just falls forward. But
so DuBois takes a timeout, I think, here with 2.6 left. They're probably going to try to set up something.
So while they take a timeout, we will as well. You're listening to DuBois Beaver Football on Bigfoot Country.
DuBois High School Football in Bigfoot Country is brought to you by Subway of DuBois. Enjoy the new irresistible Subway Series subs, footlong sidekicks, and dippers. Build a delicious sandwich plus get a free cookie every Sunday. Subway, 3 locations inside DuBois Walmart, at the DuBois Mall, and South Brady Street, DuBois. And by DeLolo Transport. DeLolo Transport and DT Auto Glass windshield repair and replacement for all vehicles, including medium and heavy-duty trucks. 349 DuBois Street or visit DeLoloTransport.com. Let's go Beavers!
We're back at Frank Verichetti Field in Brockway. Shout out to my counterpart, normally Devin Clark, texting us here. I believe he's at a wedding this weekend. So we're going to have a field goal attempt here by Peck. It's going to be a 42-yarder. Kick is up, and it's going to be no good. wide left. He had plenty of leg.
Yep.
So, again, that'll run out the clock. We are at halftime at DuBois and Brockway. We will send it back for our halftime show. Don't forget to stick around for the M Chevrolet halftime show. This is DuBois Beaver football on Bigfoot Country.
Hi, it's Matt Torchetta here at M Chevrolet. If you're ready for a new vehicle, it's a great time to shop M Chevrolet. Thanks to all of our customers, we've had record sales over the past few months as Chevrolet has increased our inventory. We've got new vehicles arriving daily, and if you're ready to upgrade to a new vehicle, stop in and see us. I'm Matt Torchetta, and I'm proud to lend my support to youth athletics in our area. And DuBois Beaver football here today. M Chevrolet in Punxsutawney. Together, let's drive. Hi, it's Matt Torchetta here at M Chevrolet. If you're ready for a new vehicle, it's a great time to shop M Chevrolet. Thanks to all of our customers, we've had record sales over the past few months as Chevrolet has increased our inventory. We've got new vehicles arriving daily, and if you're ready to upgrade to a new vehicle, stop in and see us. I'm Matt Torchetta, and I'm proud to lend my support to youth athletics in our area. And DuBois Beaver football here today. M Chevrolet in Punxsutawney. Together, let's drive.
I'd like to welcome you back to Frank Ferris Shady Field. It's time for the M Chevrolet Punxsutawney halftime show, of course, with athletic director Chuck Farrer. And boy, our time here certainly is dwindling, so I'm going to soak this up as much as we can. Just a couple more shows here with my man here, so we're going to get through this. We're going to start off talking about our playoff picture. What's it going to look like when this DuBois Beaver team is ready for the postseason, and they will be going at 6-2 right now. There's a couple scenarios looming. We're either going to go right to District 10, most likely looking at Cathedral Prep, or we're going to do a seeding subregion of 6, 8, 9, and 10. Correct me if I'm wrong in there, Chuck. So what's this playoff picture looking like?
Yeah, a couple different scenarios that were thrown out there because this is a new subregion between the 4 districts. And the one they're leaning to right now is just ranking all 5 of those teams, which would be Hollidaysburg and Mifflin County out of 6, Alderdice out of 8, us out of 9, and Cathedral Prep out of 10. Ranking those 5 teams according to PLAA regional ranking policy, which, weights the wins you get against, whether it's a single A, double A, triple A, quad A, 5A, 6A school. So that's the one they're leaning towards right now. We just got some information this week from the district football chairs of those 3. So that's what they're leaning towards right now. And as it stands right now, coming into tonight's game, 5 schools, it's Hollidaysburg would be the 1 seed, Prep would be the 2, DuBois area the 3, Alderdice the 4, and Mifflin County the 5. So they would take 4 of those 5 teams. So it would be Alderdice would travel to Hollidaysburg, DuBois area would travel to Cathedral Prep that first round. As it stands right now.
Right now.
Nice. Then those 2 winners would play in the championship that second weekend of November at a neutral site. So that's the way it stands right now. That could obviously change with each team has 2 games remaining on their schedule. So that could change. That could obviously change. Cathedral Prep, looking at their schedule, they have General McLean and Farrell left, both two very good teams right now this year. We have obviously Brockway tonight, Hollidaysburg next week, which will go a long way determining things. And Hollidaysburg has Williamsport this week and us next week. Alderdice is in their District 8, the City League playoffs right now. They have their semis and their district championship down there. And Mifflin County has Gettysburg and Redland out of the Mid-Penn Conference down there. So that's where everything stands right now. Let's look right now. We'll be head to Prep. Like I said, things could change here over the next couple of weeks depending on how wins and losses go. So that's where we're at.
Yeah, so DuBois just needs to keep winning, and they'll probably put themselves in the best scenario. As we know in the past, we're down to 4A. We bumped up to 5A this year for those of you who might have not caught our show when me and Chuck talked about that previous in the year. It's been Juniata the last few years. I believe they're a District 6 team as well.
Yes.
We just bump up, and it's still the same sub-regional because we're the only District 9 team represented in Class 5A. So that's just how it has to be. Yep. And that DuBois Hollidaysburg matchup in week 10 might be crucial to seeding, and that might ruffle some feathers and change some things around, as you mentioned, where things stand right now if the season were to end. But we talked about it. DuBois 6-2. They just need to keep doing what they're doing, get back to their winning habits and winning ways. So let's talk about this DuBois Brockway matchup. Obviously, we're at halftime here. We got a good one brewing so far. These teams have played each other 3 out of the last 4 years. DuBois is 2-1. Beat them lopsided. I believe that was back in 2020, and then in 2022 they had came down to a last play goal line stand that DuBois made. And last year in Brockway won in similar fashion. I believe that game was in overtime, correct? Yep. I had to miss that game, had an obligation to get to. But yeah, so Brockway got a big win. Do you see this DuBois Brockway becoming a rivalry moving forward?
Possibly. It depends. Obviously they're not in our region. Play every year, and that's one of the crossover games we've played the last 2 years. So we'll see when the scheduling comes back out where things will fall, whether we continue to play that game or not. But I mean, it's obviously a good rivalry. Obviously, the geography involved with the two teams, less than 10 minutes apart here, and a lot of the Brockway players are from DuBois Central Catholic, right across town. All these kids know each other, play together, and other sports, and played against each other in other sports. So there's a lot of familiarity between the two schools. The 3 schools actually. So it's always a rivalry. A little bit there, but I don't know if it'll continue because of the way scheduling will fall. But obviously we'll play. If it continues, obviously we'll play the hands that we're given, and we'll continue to play the game, and look forward to that game each year.
Yeah, I know you hear a lot of people talking. Why has DuBois got Brockway on the schedule? Why would Brockway want to play DuBois? Well, Brockway got a win last year. Yeah, and that's a good group of kids. It always is. They're always tough and physical, and they always have plenty of athletes. Well coached over there by a friend of mine and Jake Heigl. You know him as well. He always has that team ready to play, and they're ready to play any opponent. And like we've seen the last few years, it's been really good matchups. And I certainly agree. If we continue to have them on our schedule, that's a game. I know both those kids, like you mentioned, they're familiar with each other. They play little league together, midget football, youth football, however you want to look at it, all the way coming up through. Yeah. So those kids are circling that game on their calendar every single year, and I definitely see it maybe forming into one as years come if they're to stay on our schedule.
Yeah, a lot of familiar. Like I said, Jake's doing a great job with that program down there. His staff. I mean, he has Coach Verschetti on the staff who you were familiar with, you played under. He's familiar with a lot of similarities between that offense and our offense. And so, it's a great game if we continue to play it. If not, we'll move on to some other things.
We're going to move our conversation away from high school football and into the college ranks. Before we get to Penn State, just want to talk about college football in general. This year, anticipating the 12-team playoff, going from 4 teams to 12 now. So what do you like about the 12-team playoff the most?
What I like about it keeps everybody into it further in the season. It's like the NFL playoffs. You keep your team in it longer. With the 4-team playoff before in the BCS prior to that, with just 2 teams, you have that early season loss. That could mess up your season.
Season's over.
Your season's over. Now, even an early season loss, you can bounce back. Even with 2 losses, you can probably still get into it if you're in the right conference and playing the right matchups. But I like that aspect of it. I mean, more playoff football, the better. I mean, we're going to have a December full of playoff football, of college football, and then spilling into January with more playoff football. And the NFL, you and I both know we both love football, and the more playoff football you can, the better through the months of December and January, and going into February now with the NFL. There's nothing wrong with that. I think it's going to be good for the schools, especially this first round where they're hosting. That's going to be huge profit, revenue for those schools who are actually going to get to host a game. So I don't think I see anything wrong with it. Now maybe it's going to be tweaked a little bit, but I love the idea. I love the concept. It's been well overdue. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to the most. Just more football. In the past, you've had that lull for about in the beginning of the December and up into Christmas where you didn't have any college football on Saturdays. You just had the NFL. Now it's going to be added playoff games. Of course, you're still going to have your championship weekend to determine your conference champions, and then that's going to spill right into just more college playoff football that we've never seen before. And there's going to be home college football games on campus. Can you imagine playoff football games like at Notre Dame, at Michigan, in Beaver Stadium, in Penn State? That is just a lot to look forward to. Absolutely. It's excitement, and like I said, we're football guys. I'm here for it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can't have enough football. Plus, one thing you see now is in the last couple of years you've seen it where some of these top-rated NFL draft picks are opting out of bowl games and such. So I think this keeps those kids more involved in staying with their team long enough they're going to be in the playoffs. So it looks great. I think it's a wonderful idea. So.
Yeah, and going off that, there is a little worry about other teams, those teams who don't make the playoffs. Right. There's a little worry about, guys really not maybe competing and caring about those bowl games or not, but I still kind of disagree. I mean, it's football. You play the game for these bowl games once you get to that point of season. So I really don't think there's going to be much drop-off. I don't see that being much of an issue. So let's dive into our Penn State Nittany Lions, 6-0 on the season, have their second bye week this year before they start the second half of their schedule, and they picked up a big-time win on the West Coast. First time they traveled out there in the new-look Big Ten, taking down the USC Trojans on a last-minute field goal in overtime. That was a big-time win. We were hoping that was going to be a little bit of a bigger-time matchup, for playoff implication-wise, but USC dropped to 3-2. It took them out of the top 25. Could have had a top 10 matchup possibly there, depending on how the seedings would have worked out if USC would have escaped Minnesota on the road. But Minnesota was able to beat them. They fell to 3-2, and USC played a really good game. They dominated that first half.
Yes,
they were the better team, but Penn State came out. They made the adjustments they need, and Drew Allard really settled down, and he looked like and made plays like the Drew Allard we were hoping he'd turn into.
Yeah, definitely. That was, regardless where I think you say where USC's ranked or non-ranked, but that's still a huge win, winning on the road.
Two iconic programs in college football.
Yes, in an iconic place and tough program, tough place to play at. Great team, good speed, as we talked about last week. Huge win. However, you still need to build from that because I don't think you can get off a slow start like that against Ohio State here in a couple weeks and be able to come back against Ohio State. So I think you need to get out to a better start, play a better first half. It was good to see that they made those adjustments at halftime, which is something you don't always see with what Coach Franklin's been criticized in the past. But they did make the adjustments. So Drew Allard came out and played outstanding in the second half. They'll need that type of play, I think, to beat an Ohio State team here in a couple weeks. So they'll need it for 4 quarters, not just 2 quarters, beat Ohio State. So, it was a good win. Gov was a great road win. Get a bye here before Wisconsin coming up after that. Can't overlook them. That's going to be a 7:30 kick at the end of the month here at Wisconsin, which is always a tough place to play. So can't overlook Wisconsin before they go to play Ohio State. So they need to get that win first, then prepare for a tough Ohio State team at home.
Yeah, good teams find a way to win on the road. Penn State jumps up to number 3 in the rankings. That's the highest they've been, I believe, since they lost to Ohio State back in, I believe, 2017 when they went and lost at Ohio State.
Yep.
So they're ranked number 2. Ohio State was 6. So we might be anticipating another top 5 matchup there. This time it'll be in Beaver Stadium. So we'll be looking forward to that. Wrapping up here, talking about our Pittsburgh Steelers. I asked you the question last week, Russell Wilson or Justin Fields, after watching our win, now 4-2 ball club under Mike Tomlin, after watching how that game played out, a 32-13 win over the Las Vegas Raiders. Has your mind changed? Are you still going with Justin Fields?
I'm still going with Justin Fields. I think you saw the difference in that game was his escapability, his speed. He was able to get to the edge a couple times and score on some runs that the offense broke down. Now he's not a prolific passer by no means right now, but I think he's doing enough to keep them in games, keep them winning. They scored 32 points. That's the most they've scored, seems like forever. But I think his escapability, his mobility is a big difference right now. And with an injured offensive line, I think that's huge. I know Russell Wilson took some first team snaps this week. I don't know if it's just to get him ready just in case, but I would stick with Justin Fields. You're winning with him. He's had a couple so-so games, but I think he's the guy right now with where you're at with your offense. Like I said, with that banged up offensive line, I think just his legs are the difference right now, and I think they need to keep that in there.
Here's the big stat: 11 total offensive touchdowns on the year. Justin Fields is responsible for 10. You take that out, what does your offense look like?
Exactly.
Think about it, fans.
Exactly. I'm not saying that Russell Wilson couldn't have done the same. Maybe he's a little bit better throwing the ball in these situations, but I don't think he has the wheels that a younger Justin Fields has right now to escape some of the pressure that's happening in that. So, but that's a good situation to have right now. We got a veteran backup quarterback in Russell Wilson. If something does happen to Fields, that can probably step in and handle the load. But I think right now you ride Fields as far as you can go.
Yeah, it's still a good situation at quarterback for the Steelers. Way better than they've had the last three or four seasons, and they have a big one Sunday night again in Acrisure Stadium against Aaron Rodgers and his New York Jets. That is all the time we have for Chuck. We only got one more of these, buddy, and I'll be looking forward to it. I'm gonna be sad about it, but till next week, thank you for your time once again.
Thank you.
And this is the M Chevrolet Punxsutawney halftime show in Bigfoot Country.
Hi, it's Matt Torchetta here at M Chevrolet. If you're ready for a new vehicle, it's a great time to shop M Chevrolet. Thanks to all of our customers, we've had record sales over the past few months, and Chevrolet has increased our inventory. We've got new vehicles arriving daily, and if you're ready to upgrade to a new vehicle, stop in and see us. I'm Matt Torchetta, and I'm proud to lend my support to youth athletics in our area. In DuBois Beaver football here today. M Chevrolet in Punxsutawney. Together, let's drive. Hi, it's Matt Torchetta here at M Chevrolet. If you're ready for a new vehicle, it's a great time to shop M Chevrolet. Thanks to all of our customers, we've had record sales over the past few months, and Chevrolet has increased our inventory. We've got new vehicles arriving daily, and if you're ready to upgrade to a new vehicle, stop in and see us. I'm Matt Torchetta, and I'm proud to lend my support to youth athletics in our area. In DuBois Beaver football here today. M Chevrolet in Punxsutawney. Together, let's drive.
Kind of in control at this point. They're going to get the ball to receive the second half, and we'll see what we have in store for our second half here coming up quick. I noticed you were checking your phone for some scores around the area. If you want to try to describe some of that in the district.
There's not a whole lot going on as far as close games.
Yeah, no real close games, but one surprising game at this point, I guess you would say.
Yeah, because Ridgeway leads St. Mary's at halftime 14-12, which we really didn't expect that, I don't think, after last week, but that's only halftime. You never know what's going to happen. Central Clarion is rolling again. Punxsutawney, we don't really have a score yet on them. There's not really anything exciting to report. I mean, it's easy enough to go online and check it out if you want. But,
sure.
Clearfield's up 14-0 at half. So, but like we were saying on that last drive at DuBois, they did drop a touchdown though. That before they went to try to attempt the field goal, they did have a touchdown pass that. He made a good pass and he ran a good route, but I think he was afraid he was going to run out of bounds. And when he looked to the sideline and then looked back for the ball, he didn't pick it up quick enough.
Now, it kind of blends in here, in the lights. You take your eyes off it for just that split second, even though he had plenty of room to get his feet in bounds for the touchdown. Pass incomplete, and they had to settle for a field goal attempt, which was no good. So you're here about to start the second half. And DuBois will receive the ball to start the second half. We're going to take a quick break and be back here for the second half of play. You're listening to DuBois Beaver football on Bigfoot Country.
DuBois High School football in Bigfoot Country is brought to you by DuBois Area Chamber of Commerce, serving 14 municipalities to make life better. Proud to support all our local businesses and our area youth athletes too. Andy Mann's Car Care. Stop in and see Andy for state inspections, repair, and service, and name brand tires too. Route 322 in Reynoldsville. Joe's Tuck Shop. When you need to look your best, just go to Joe's. Stop in now for homecoming. And DuBois Drug and Wellness. Your community, your health, your pharmacy. Proud to support the DuBois Beavers.
Welcome back to Frank Verichetti Field here in Brockway, Pennsylvania, as we're having fun here in the booth with Keith Greiner. Looking forward to the start of the second half. Again, DuBois kind of dominating the time of possession and moving the football. I won't say at will, but they're moving the football well. Brockway, other than that last drive, kind of struggled a little bit in the first half. We'll see if they can come up with any sort of offensive scheme to help try to even this score. Again, coming into the second half, DuBois will receive. DuBois up now 17-6. So I would say the biggest key for Brockway right now, they need to stop DuBois on this drive. You don't want any more points on the board if you're Brockway from DuBois until you have a chance to answer them.
Yeah, if they could get a 3 and out and then get good field position out of it and then build off of that, I'm sure coach at halftime, Heigl, talked to them and said, hey, we're going to build off of that, what we just did. We want to get the ball back, go down and do it again and get right back in this game. And they're very capable of doing that. This is not a bad football team.
No, and again, it's combined school. You got to figure this is Brockway and DuBois Central, which they kind of started that trend. They combined schools way before that was popular. Now that seems to be happening all over the place as football numbers start to decline. But again, it's I won't say they're an evenly matched team, but if you look at the size of some of these boys on the sideline, they're big kids. I mean, it's so. I don't think there's a huge size advantage to DuBois. Maybe a little bit speed advantage.
Yeah, I was just going to say, on that one long run, that became evident on that. But
yeah. So we're about to start the second half. Caleb Doherty back to kick. We've got Muhammad and Koger. Kick is to Koger. He'll field it at the 11, brings it up the middle of the field, crossing the 30 to the 33-yard line. So decent return for DuBois. They'll have good field position to start this drive in the second half.
Yeah, when he made the move to the middle there, if he'd have kicked it outside, I think he could have went a long way. But he just decided he wanted to try to go up between the numbers there. But again, like you said, it's a good return, but we'll see what Brockway does here. 33-yard line, if they can stop him, get him to punt back and see what happens there. But I don't know. We'll see whether DuBois wants to try to grind it out and use some clock here, if they're going to put it up right away.
Yeah, I think their game plan really this week is to control the clock more. It seems like they're rushing the ball. Here it is again, up to Dixon, straight up the middle. Solid gain on first down of 6 yards. That seems to be what their game plan is. Again, we talked about this a little bit pre-game. This is what we wanted to see. We wanted to see a little bit more of a balance between the run and the pass. Total-wise, they're running it quite a bit. Again, handoff to Dixon, straight up the middle, couple yards, he's going to get stood straight up. So again, that doesn't give you any more yards, in the midst of that play. So it's going to be third and a long one.
And they went hurry-up offense on those first two plays. Now they're huddling up again. Tried to catch Brockway off guard, but that didn't work. So we'll see now, like what you said, 3rd and 2 here.
Yep. Third and long one.
I guess one.
2 receivers on both sides. Dixon to his left, trying to get him to jump a little bit of a hard count. They stay disciplined. Don't do it. Now Wingard is checking his wristband, and Dixon will move to his right. Snap. Pulls it back from Dixon. Throws. Caught. First down. Number 25. That is Corney on the reception. First down, DuBois Beavers.
That was a great catch for a big man. He's a big boy, and that ball was smoking when it came in. I don't know if it knocked him down or if he just lost his footing when he turned upfield, but
he kind of looked like a bowling pin right there. As soon as it hit him, he went down real quick.
Yeah, that ball was smoked.
Yes, it was, and that's one thing you can say about Wingard. He does have an arm. So 3 receivers bunched to the left, pitch to Dixon, moving left. That seems to be the play they usually run in that formation. He's out to the outside, jumps a little bit forward for a nice gain. They didn't spot him very well.
No, they only gave him two or 3.
They only gave him 2, but he kind of, I don't know, maybe he stuck his foot out of bounds before he kind of leaped forward. But so 2nd down and 8.
Brockway defense did a great job there stringing that out. They're not going to give him the corner again like he did on that 78-yard run. I don't think they're going to let that happen.
No, and then again, in that formation, they've run that play 3 times, once for a touchdown, but if you go to that well once too often, again, pulls it back, screen to Koger, turns it upfield, not quite a first down, gain of 5, it'll be 3rd down, quite a first down, gain of 5. It'll be 3rd down and 3.
Again, the Brockway defense had that covered pretty well. The middle linebacker came across and made the stop. I didn't get his number there. But Ned forced a 3rd down now, whether or not this is actually 4 down. But Ned forced a 3rd down now, whether or not this is actually 4 down territory already or not. We'll see if DuBois doesn't get this first down here, 3rd and 3.
I'm guessing that was either Decker or Johnny Verichetti on the stop. Handoff to Dixon straight up the middle, and he's maybe second effort, might get him close. At that side judge, they're kind of...
I think he's just short.
At that side judge, they're kind of...
I think he's just short.
I think you're right. He is just short. It is going to be... You're right. He is just short. It is going to be 4th and less than a yard, so they are going to go for it here, at least the attempt.
Wingard.
4th and less than a yard, so they are going to go for it here, at least the attempt.
Wingard under center.
Yep. And not quite a tush push. They're not allowed to do that, but enough for a first down. Wingard across the line of scrimmage. Gets past the line to gain.
They weren't hiding anything there. That's the first time all night he's been under center, so I think they knew what was coming.
Yep.
But Brockway initially stopped him. He was stopped. He didn't make it, and then his second effort got him.
Yeah, it was. And they ran a play last week a couple of times where it wasn't quite the tush push, but you had two backs that came right alongside of the quarterback, and everybody just pushed the line. They weren't pushing the runner, so it must have been deemed legal. So Wingard back to pass, throws, pass complete to number 17. That's Bryson Delaney.
He had to come back a little bit for it. I don't know that he necessarily needed to go down to the ground, but he did to make sure that he secured the football. So
it's a gain of 6. So better safe than sorry.
Keeps the clock running, which I'm sure that's what they want to. Of course, they want to put points on the board again.
Yeah, I think DuBois is confident enough in their defense. So hand off to Dixon straight up the middle. He's going to push for the first down. Down to the 31-yard line. That'll move the sticks. Clock still runs. Which is kind of weird to me, Keith. Maybe I don't know the rule, but I always thought clock stopped to move the chains, but that
well, I agree.
The official showed the winding clock, and those chains weren't set. So I think they make it up as they go along each week sometimes. But so 2 receivers each side. Wingard back to pass, sets, throws, touch pass to the outside. It's going to way over the head of Koger, the receiver.
Yeah, they weren't on the same page there. He ran a different pattern than what Wingard was expecting there, for sure. But that's like the first time they've really gone upfield, airing it out. He was double covered again, though. Brockway was all over that.
Yeah, Brockway seems to be right up on that double team of his primary receivers. So 2 receivers each side. Dixon that's a sidecar to the right. Back to pass, delayed handoff, Dixon up the middle, and he is stuffed right away. 2 Rovers on the defense there. Wary and Benjamin Yale combined for the tackle.
This could prove interesting here. 3rd and 10. If they don't get anything here, will they punt or will they go for it? I mean, like you said, I think they have all kinds of confidence in their defense. So I would think if they get 5 or more yards here, they'll probably go.
Yeah, I think they might already even be in 4-down territory here. Again, not quite a punt level, but fakes the handoff, throws, corny up the middle, slant pattern, perfect. Down to the 10-yard line, first down, Beavers.
Yeah, I think that froze Brockway just enough on that, the fake handoff there, and then that gave him enough time to run that pattern and get open. Still, he had to strong arm that ball to get it there, and he did. He hit him right in the numbers.
He does. I mean, like I say, Wingard is very accurate with his passing. Obviously, one of the passing leaders in the state. So here we are, 6:36 and counting. Snap back to Wingard. He's rolling to his right, going to throw. Pass is caught out of bounds inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 2.
That's the big man again. He is a big target. That is a big boy.
I missed the number there.
25.
Okay. Yep. That was corny.
Yeah, he's big. Now, it's 2nd down on the 4. They can get a first down on the 1.
I'm guessing touchdown.
I would think.
Well, Dixon up the middle, and he's going to go in barely touched. Touchdown, DuBois Beavers. 6:22 left in the 3rd quarter.
He's a tall kid, too. I mean, they have some size. There's no doubt about that.
And a lot of athletic ability, too, no doubt. I mean, that they're in good shape when it comes to that. So we've got, looks like a different kicker out here. I'm not familiar with number 24 for DuBois. That's McCleary. I'm sorry. That is the same kicker. McCleary, kick is up, and the kick is good with 6:22 left. And you've got handoff up the middle to Dixon. Little misdirection there is number 25. Corney kind of went in motion right after the snap, so it kind of looked like a little bit of a misdirection that tried to open up a hole there for Dixon. Good gain, 5 yards on first down.
Yeah, he's elusive, even though he does run straight up sometimes. He spins and turns, and he finds what he can. That's a good gain, 5 yards on first down.
Yeah, it was. So fake handoff, dishes it off, pass complete, out, first down, DuBois. Pass complete to number 17, Bryson Delaney.
And he buried that first defender with that stiff arm. He just buried him.
You know, you have a lot of big kids on this DuBois. Big targets, so let me put it that way. I mean, Trey has some good receivers to throw to. And again, you get somebody in open field like that, you know, I won't say it's easy to stiff arm somebody, but if you're a little bit bigger than them, you can make them look silly. So now here, 3 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Handoff, Dixon straight up the middle. Short gain on the play, gain of 2.
I think Brockway's defense, as far as the passing games go, and they're taking away that deep ball, but they're also playing 5 yards off of the receivers on the line of scrimmage, and that's opening up that short game.
Yeah, and those quick screens are going to be there all night because there's nobody there initially. The question on the screen, though, then, is can you get the blockers out in front of them? You know, if they're playing that far off the ball, sometimes you can't. So snap, pulls it back, throws out to the outside, has his man, Koger. Pass complete. First down, Beavers almost out to midfield.
Once again, the natives in front of us here, the one gentleman was voicing his opinion because the defender for Brockway did not drop deep enough because he...
It went over his head.
Yeah, the pass went right over his head to the receiver on the sidelines, and he wasn't too happy about it.
But it was a good pass.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, no question. It was only where the receiver was going to get it. So pitch to Delaney running left. Again, it's that bunched 3 receivers set that springs the outside. DuBois might have gotten away with the hold right there, and that's what our referee out in front of us here in the stands was yelling. You know, this time I kind of happened to tend to agree with him. DuBois might have gotten away with a hold there.
Yeah. Nonetheless, second down and 3, and DuBois is marching again with just under 2 minutes left in the third quarter.
It is. So do you think I should open up the window and suggest he become a referee?
No.
I mean,
no.
I mean, we need new refs. I mean, I got to say. I mean, so Wingard back to pass, sets, throws, pass complete. Again, number 17, Bryson Delaney. That'll be a first down, Beavers.
See, that's what we were talking about there, that short passing game, because they're playing so far off of them on the line of scrimmage. They just start out, stop, come back, and they're, like you said, there's nobody within 5 yards of them.
You know, honestly, that's Penn State defense football. That drives me nuts. I can't stand having that much, that much space in between, the defenders. It's picking. You call it bend, don't break. They're giving up a lot of yardage. Run up the middle with Dixon, gain of 2, short gain on first down.
But they are running the ball more tonight than they have been, and that's a good thing because that sets up the passing game.
Yeah, I have to agree. I mean, we talked about that again before the game. That's, I think, something that they've missed a little bit. That quick strike offense is great, and the success of Wingard and all of his weapons in the passing game, needs to be balanced a little bit with the run, at least more than 75-25, which is kind of what the statistics showed. So Wingard back to pass again, now sets, throws, almost picked off. Again, miscommunication there because that was nowhere near his receiver. Almost picked off by Snowberger. Where he threw that pass, he was expecting, that receiver to turn around, and that receiver just kept on going.
Yeah, I mean, we touched on it before. Every long pass that they've tried to throw up the field, there's been a miscommunication with the receiver and the quarterback.
Yeah. And something we haven't really seen from DuBois in previous games.
Take what they give you, right? Take what they give you.
That's what they say. So Wingard back to pass, throws. Again,
that deep
Koger right up the middle. Yep. That slant pattern's there all day. That is one pass down the field that they're leaving open. They're leaving, there's a lot of room there. And again, there's one, I'd keep throwing that till they defend it because it hasn't missed yet. And you've got a lot of running room in the middle of the field.
Probably going to get maybe one more play here before the end of the third quarter. They got 1st and 10 on the 27.
So again, DuBois moving the football. Like I said, very successful tonight, both run and pass. 2 receivers each side. Low snap. He has to pick it up. He's going to go down. No, he spins out of it and throws it. There was a receiver in the area intended for Delaney. A referee in front of us wants a flag for something, but I didn't see anything. I mean, I don't know.
He wanted to say that it was grounding, but I mean, that was probably. I mean, and it means really not much in the game, but that was probably one of the best plays that Trey Wingard made all night right there.
Yeah.
Fumbled snap. By the time he picked it up, he had 2 guys hanging all over him, and he drug them, spun out of it, and threw one towards an eligible receiver. So there's nothing wrong with that, but he saved a big loss there.
There was. I think the only thing you could possibly say on as far as a call goes, that might have been in the grass, but that wasn't called. He did spin out of it, like you said, and threw it towards the receiver. No harm there, and then completes the next pass.
Yeah, was that inside move again on the opposite side of the field? It was that slant pattern again. Like you said, keep going to it till they stop it.
Yep. That was Delaney from the left side, with that slant up the middle. Brings up now 3rd and 2. And we're down to the end of the third quarter. You're listening to DuBois Beaver football on Bigfoot Country.
Families, are the rising costs of food stressing you? WIC and SNAP can help. Use WIC first at the store to purchase healthy foods. Then use SNAP for the rest of your monthly needs where eWIC and EBT are accepted. WIC and SNAP. Together we can make your family's future even healthier. Visit pawic.com for more information. PA WIC and SNAP are funded by the USDA. This institution is an equal opportunity provider, paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Welcome back to Frank Verichetti Field here in Brockway, Pennsylvania, on a beautiful night for football here in October. Starting to get a little bit of a chill as the sun went down. Right. Honestly, Keith, I thought about bringing the motorcycle over here tonight, as we talked about, but I wasn't looking forward to the ride home. If that
would not have been a good decision.
No. So bright side, I brought the truck over. Again, this is a great night for football.
Oh, yeah, this is what Friday nights are all about here.
Yep, no doubt about it. So we're going to start the fourth quarter here. DuBois driving the football, and I venture to say, Keith, I think if they put points on the board right here in this drive, we're pretty much just going to run out the clock in the rest of the game. Not much Brockway is going to be able to do to counteract the difference in score.
No, there's just not going to be enough time left if that's the case. So, you and I both know Brockway could score. They showed they can do that, but to be able to do it that quickly and get back in, I think the odds are against them there.
Yeah. I mean, they don't, to me, have that quick strike offense. So, rushing attempt up the middle.
Stuffed them.
Again, that was Wilson. First time we've called his number tonight.
That was a loss of a yard, actually.
Yep, it was. Nowhere to go. So that's going to bring up 4th down. Kind of an interesting play call from DuBois, I think, being this close and, needing to put points on the board to kind of put this one away, I think. They're going to leave the offense out on the field, which you would expect. 4 down territory here from the 21-yard line. 4 yards to go to get the first down. And they bring Dixon back in there, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So Wingard back to pass, rolls to his right. He's going to throw it. He's got an open receiver.
Did he get in? Did he get touchdown?
Touchdown. Koger.
Another bullet he threw. I mean, he had a very tight window to get that to him before he ran out of bounds, and the receiver did a great job getting his feet in because he caught it on outside the end zone.
He did, and it's so impressive for Winger to throw that much speed on the run. He's got a great arm because there's no setting your feet on that one.
No.
That's all upper body strength right there. So McCleary here for the extra point. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is up, and the kick is good. With 11 minutes, 10 seconds left in the game, DuBois 31, Rovers 6. You're listening to DuBois Beaver football on Bigfoot Country.
Out-of-town guests coming in for a reunion, celebration, or family function? Make them feel at home at the DuBois Hampton Inn. Group rates are available for your guests, and a clean, comfortable room is a promise. Meeting and banquet rooms are available. Enjoy the indoor pool, and we have wireless internet too. Start your day right with Hampton's free hot breakfast. Call us 814-3.
Welcome back to Frank Verichetti Field here in Brockway, Pennsylvania. DuBois now kind of taking control of this game, up 31-6. With 11 minutes, 10 seconds left in the game. Peck back to kick. And we've got, looks like Snowberger and maybe Doherty over there, I think, on the other side. If I'm reading the numbers correct. And it's hard to read those black numbers sometimes at night here. It's going to be Snowberger receiving it at about the 5-yard line, comes straight ahead. Quick run out to the 24 is knocked out of bounds by number 8 for DuBois, and that's Muhammad. Knocks him out of bounds. So good special teams coverage by the Beavers, and we'll see what Brockway can possibly do to answer the second touchdown of the half for DuBois.
I mean, this is where they just want to try to put together a drive and try to get some points on the board. I don't know that they really think that they have a chance at winning this game, but it's something to build on. He's got plenty of time back there to throw. Now he's running.
So kind of a wise choice by Patton. Well, he wasn't out of bounds yet. Yeah. I mean, he was headed there. So I see you go, ooh, because he took a big lick at the end of that.
Yes, he did.
He was inside the hash mark or the side marks there. So it was a legal hit. You know, would I have taken that hit as a defender? Probably not. I don't think there's any reason to, because he was definitely clearly on his way out of bounds.
Right.
But a gain of 3 on the play.
I think we're seeing some different numbers out there on defense for DuBois, too. They're making some subs to get some kids some time. He's got all kinds of time to throw. All kinds.
And he picks up and throws it. This one was towards nobody, but it was outside the pocket and well past the line of scrimmage, out to the Beaver bench.
Yeah, I don't quite understand that. He was pointing like he was telling a receiver to go
come
somewhere.
Back. Yeah, it looked like he was to get directed traffic, but maybe that was just to throw off the defender to keep him from hitting them. But, you know.
Well, this is huge now, though, because you're looking at a long 3rd and 7, deep in your own end. You're already down 25. Got to be careful here.
You do, and if this falls incomplete, I think you got to.
Oh, he has him wide open in the middle of the field.
Oh, great!
He's still going. Yeah, that was huge. I mean, he was wide open.
That was Snowberger on the reception all the way across midfield down to the 37-yard line.
That's almost a 40-yard gain there.
And that's what you need if you're Brockway. No question about it. 3rd down and long in a situation where you got to punt. At that point, if you're punting, you're pretty much just trying to keep from having any injuries the rest of the game.
Right.
You know, run the clock out.
But again, like we said, we got subs in. Nothing against Brockway at all. I mean, they're executing. They're doing a good job. You know, I mean, which you should. That's what I said. You know, build for the next game.
Right. Yep, and you want to see what these younger guys can do. That was Muhammad on the stop right there. Nice pickup. That was, I believe, that was Kraft on the carry, gain of 5 and 1st down. So yeah, Brockway is, again, running the football very successfully. Patton drops back, throws up the middle. Oh, almost picked off. The only one that had a chance at that one was number 22 for DuBois. That would have been Thomas.
But he overthrew the receiver. The receiver was open on the underside. You know, he overthrew him, and then obviously the defender went for the interception, but it was even past him.
Right.
But he was open.
Well, and I got to say, good defense by DuBois, because last thing you want to do is let a receiver get behind you, which you did. Right. You just overthrew him. So again, Patton back to pass, steps up.
Wow, why isn't he running?
No, I don't know why he didn't run that one. This one might be picked off.
Oh, he caught it. He caught it. Touchdown, Brockway.
He just wrestled it away from the defender. The defender didn't see him coming. And now we got a late flag. I think this might be unsportsmanlike conduct against the Beavers.
Yeah, he just kind of threw that one up there, and again, the defender not quite sure where the ball was, and the receiver came back and took it off of him. I think
it was Jackson Hansley that had it. He had it, coming right to him. It didn't see the receiver coming from the other side. He just wrestled it right away from him.
And now we don't know what the penalty is, and
I didn't catch the number as to who scored the touchdown. I apologize, folks, for that one if you're a Brockway fan. But, that was great awareness. He really took who wanted it more. He took the football right away from Hansley.
And then I don't see what the penalty was unless maybe the DuBois defender was just verbally upset with himself and said something he shouldn't have.
He might have said, he might have thrown out an expletive, for not liking that play result. Unfortunately, that's an unsportsmanlike conduct against. Oh, they're calling it against Brockway.
Yeah. Maybe he said something after he made the catch. He
must have. There might have been a little bit of jawing going on there. I kind of looked as that might have been a DuBois guy, because that's the one thing they won't put up with is expletives, especially if you're standing right next to an official. But apparently it must have been.
Boy, they're going for two in a bunch formation. I don't even know. That's a rugby scrum there.
They are. And he fakes it, goes to the right, nowhere to go. Muhammad and, number 22. That's Muhammad and Thomas on the stop. 2-point conversion attempt is no good with 9:30 left to go in the game. DuBois 31, Rovers 12. You're listening to DuBois Beaver football on Bigfoot Country.
We've got news, Punxsutawney. A brand new Marshall store is now open at Punxsy Plaza. So don't miss out. Our buyers are hustling to bring you great deals on brand name fashion, accessories, home, and beauty. Marshalls, we get the deals. You get the good stuff.
This is Bigfoot Country. WIFT DuBois, a 7 Mountains media station. This is Bigfoot Country.
Welcome back to Frank Verichetti Field here in Brockway, Pennsylvania. DuBois kind of in command of this football game now. Brockway just scored a touchdown with 9 minutes, 30 seconds left in the game. DuBois up 31-12. So we'll see what DuBois gets here. And the penalty, in case if we forgot to announce, it was an unsportsmanlike conduct against the Rovers. So after the 2-point conversion attempt fails, they're going to assess that penalty on the kickoff. So the Rovers will be kicking off from the 25-yard line.
Kind of takes the onside kick away, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. So they're going to have to kick it deep, but deep is still not going to be a touchback, no matter how much leg he has. So now they do squib it kind of up to one of the up men. Oh, picked up by number 43. And he's the best thing for him to do is just go straight down. You try to get something out of nothing, that's where you fumble a football sometimes.
Well, the first guy that tried to receive it hit him in the chest there, and it was loose on the ground.
Yeah, that was a really heads-up play by number 43. And I'm sorry, I don't have a name with the number. But good for DuBois now. They're going to start out with great field position on the Rover side of the field from the 42-yard line.
And that almost worked out for Brockway. I mean, if they'd had somebody there a little quicker.
Yes, absolutely. A little bit of a delay, they might have gotten that football. So this is a handoff, number 38 for DuBois. That was Wilson, I do believe. Yes, 38 Wilson, first down. DuBois down to the 26-yard line.
That was a great run. Again, the
referee down in front wanted a holding call there. I didn't see any hold there, but we'll let him express himself however he likes. So Wingert again in shotgun formation, 2 receivers each side. Rolling to his right, sets, throws, pass is complete. Number 25, room to run.
The big man takes it. Oh,
down
didn't
to
get
the
in.
1. They did not give him the touchdown. Number 25, Corney, down to the 1-yard line. 1st and goal, DuBois Beavers.
He tight-roped that sideline. As big as he is, you know, Devin and I talk about this all the time. He's a big boy. He could, you know, he might be able to go to the next level and play tight end or something. I mean, he has great hands.
He's got skills.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. The DuBois set up 1st and goal at the 1. Last time we said we thought they were going to run it, they passed. So,
so I have no clue what they're going to do. Again, Wilson up the middle, touchdown Beavers.
That was fairly easy, but quick strike offense.
Yeah, and that's where you have it. That's what you're going to see the rest of the game, I think, for DuBois, simply because, well, they'll put their subs in now, but you've got a tired Brockway defense right there. Even if they're putting subs in or not putting subs in, you know, DuBois can kind of have their way with them.
Yeah, and I don't think you'll see the starting offense the rest of the game now. No need.
No.
You don't want to get anybody hurt, and
no, we're going to need everybody healthy for this playoff push, no question.
Hollidaysburg's not going to be an easy task either.
No, they are not. So, you know, we'll have an interesting game to call next week here with the 2 of us. So McCleary's point attempt is up, and it is good. So with 8:44 left in the game, DuBois 38, Rovers 12. You're listening to DuBois Beaver football on Bigfoot Country.
Hi, it's Mike at DeLulo Transport in DuBois. For the last 14 years, DeLulo Transport has been providing reliable transportation services to our customers. Now, we've added a new division, DT Auto Glass. DT Auto Glass is performing windshield repair and replacement for all makes and models of vehicles, including medium and heavy-duty trucks. Our technician, Kevin, has been installing glass in the area for over 30 years and takes pride in his work. For a quote or to schedule a repair or mobile appointment, call 814-503-4131 or stop by our shop at 349 DuBois Street.
Welcome back to Frank Verichetti Field in Brockway, Pennsylvania. DuBois leading the Rovers by a score of 38-12. Peck back deep to kick. And we've got Pisarcik and Snowberger back deep to receive. And here we go. Kick is up. Move it towards Pisarcik. Pisarcik will field it at the 9-yard line. Comes straight forward up the right side. Crosses the 30 to the 33. 32 or 33, wherever they spot it, 33-yard line. It's a good run back by Pisarcik. Again, obviously one of their best athletes here.
He actually looked like a quarterback sliding there. You know, once he broke through and he said,
You know, and again, on their side, too, you certainly don't want any injuries for Brockway. They've got a couple games, or at least one more game. I don't know what I'm sure they're playoff eligible, so they'll have at least one playoff game as well. You want them to stay healthy. Wish them nothing but the best of luck moving forward. So Patton back in the shotgun. 2 receivers each side. Back to pass. A little bit of pressure coming from his left. Pass is incomplete. Bobbled. Intended for number 18, Raiden Kraft, out of the backfield. So 2nd down and 10.
That was a good stick on, 40. I don't have the roster, but he knocked the ball right out of his hands. He was getting ready to tuck it and turn up field, and he tagged him pretty good.
Yeah, that's one of the Hansley boys, number 40. Again, back to pass, throws. Pass is dropped again. Hit right as he caught it, or tried to catch it. Pisarcik. Pass falls incomplete.
It's hard in perception here because you sit there and you watch Wingert and his ball is like, whew. And then this kid here, he's accurate. I mean, the ball's there, but it takes a while to get there, and then the defender's closing.
Yep, there's some air under it before it gets there. So again, Patton again, back to pass. Drops back, moves to his left now, back to his right. Missing defenders.
Great job on his part.
Stays active, stays out of it, throws.
Nice.
Caught.
And he's going to go.
He's gone.
He's gone. Touchdown, Brockway on a busted play.
and hit as he threw. That was a great pass because he had two people in his face when he threw that. Touchdown, Rovers. Again, the lights are flashing.
The Beavers had him like 3 times, and he got out of everybody's hold, and then when he turned and looked upfield, one of his guys had snuck in behind the defense.
Yeah,
and he just threw it up, and then he only had one guy to beat. He made one move, and he was gone.
Yep, that's why they say you got to stay at home. Yep, you got to stay at home. So, touchdown, hats off to him. Touchdown, Rovers.
Going for 2 again.
Which at this point, I think you definitely need to. Again, that would cut it to an 18-point deficit. Again, 3 scores definitely, but possible to incomplete. 2-point conversion is no good. Pass attempt, incomplete. So with 8:07 left to play in the game, DuBois Beavers 38, Rovers 18. You're listening to DuBois Beaver football on Bigfoot Country.
Go Beavers! McDonald's in DuBois will be cheering on the Beavers all season long. Don't have time to run and get some food before the game? DuBois McDonald's McDelivery is on DoorDash. Have all your favorites delivered right to your doorstep. Download the DoorDash app and choose your McDonald's menu items for delivery. Simply pay and track your McDelivery order as it comes to you. Getting the food you crave delivered is a whole new way to love McDonald's. You can also grab a treat on your way to the game at your DuBois McDonald's off the Beeline.
We're back at Frank Verichetti Field in Brockway, Pennsylvania. And again, on a great night here for football. 8 minutes and 7 seconds left in the game. DuBois Beavers 38. The Brockway Rovers 18.
And it appears as though DuBois is expecting an onside kick here. They only have one guy back.
Yeah, and I'm thinking that's probably what's going to happen. So here as he approaches the football. No, yep, he kicks it. Now, kind of a squibber up the middle. So fielded, I believe, by number 25, Corney. So our referee down in front of us wants a flag for something.
There's a little extracurricular activity out on the field there, but I don't think it was anything bad enough to warrant a flag. But I mean, he's a true fan. He just wants to see something go his team's way. That's all right.
I agree. Yeah.
He's passionate.
He is very passionate, and it's entertaining. I mean, he's entertaining us here in the booth, and what better way to spend a Friday night?
That's right.
So we do see at least Wingard back out on the field now. He kind of switches around a little bit. Okay, so Dixon moves over to his right now. Dixon up the middle. He's going to be wrapped up for no gain or gain of 1. So short. Again, I don't necessarily agree with keeping the first team in there simply because even if you're trying to run out the clock with straight runs up the middle, again, you don't want anybody hurt. You got to think about that. If you're the coaching staff at DuBois, it doesn't take much for somebody to twist an ankle, twist a knee, blow out a knee. I mean, just let your second team, third team, run that clock out. But that's why we get paid the small bucks up here in the booth. So, pass complete to number 17, Bryson Delaney. Nice gain on the play. So, it'll now be 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, we're not second guessing anybody.
No,
we're just
no question. I mean, and that's the thing. If you're, I've never been a football coach by any means. I'm barely an analyst when it comes to that. But it's
a smart play would probably be put your subs in. But
yeah, I mean, there's no point in trying to increase the lead. I don't think. But pass complete out to Koger.
Oh, good move. Nice good move.
And he'll get the first down, cross over, and go out of bounds at the 45. Maybe that's the choice. They just want to put, one more rep by their first team just to gain them a little bit more confidence again, I guess. They got a big game, 2 big games coming up here. So trying to pick the brain of Coach Wingard, as to what he might, what might the thought process be. But again, the big thing is, DuBois moving the football. Very important. So 3 receivers left. Shotgun pitch out to Dixon, moving right. Again, this wasn't
that was a great
bunched. Ooh. Oh.
Saying he was down.
He was saying he was down, but it looked like he left that football on the ground. We'll take it. So gain of 4 on the play, second down, or gain of 3 on the play, second down and 7. But that was kind of weird. They did that pitch to the left with Dixon, but they didn't have that bunched receiver formation, that 3 receivers real tight. They kind of spread them out to the left and used that block.
Verschetti, the linebacker there, Johnny Verschetti, he ran him down from behind.
Yeah.
That was a great play. He's quick.
Yes, he is. So again, Wingard rolling right, and pass is complete. That's number 25 again, Corny.
He is so big and strong. We talked about it off air, though. You know, he has so many different weapons he can throw to. And, you know, you're looking at a big school versus a small school, and it's pretty hard to have athlete versus athlete, you know, put a helmet on a helmet for everybody. So, you know, you got to try to pick and choose who you want to key on. Can't do it when there's that many weapons.
No, and that's one of the keys where you say next level when it comes to Wingard, because he is able to recognize that, and he's not necessarily going to. Oh, ball's on the ground.
And Brockway's got it.
Brockway has it.
That was definitely a fumble. It was a delayed handoff up the middle. I don't think he ever had it.
No, he never had possession of it. Kind of kicked it with his knee. That was Raiden Kraft on the fumble recovery. To kind of go to that point that we were making when they started the play, is Wingard is very good at being able to check down his receivers. And that's next level. That's really something you want to see in a quarterback. Very good, poised in the pocket.
He's only a junior, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
he'll
he's
have a
another
senior
year.
year. Yep, no doubt about it. Yep. So Brockway takes over on the 28-yard line. Snap, handoff, straight up the middle. I believe that is Kraft again. Nice run on first down. Gain of 4.
I mean, again, if you're Brockway, you're down 20, 5 minutes left in the game. You know you're not going to win the game. But, hey, look at it like we need to score on this drive, you know, and then you can build onto that for future games.
Sure, make it close. Absolutely. Nope. And they do draw the flag.
For encroachment.
And I do think that might have been our referee down in front coaxing the officials to throw that flag, but no, it was definitely obvious. He definitely jumped over the line. So to give him credit, you know, he definitely recognized that and was screaming from his lungs. So yeah. So second down and 1 for the Rovers. Patton, low snap, back to pass, poise, throws up the middle, wide open. He just dropped it. Doherty had that with running room, and I don't know if he heard footsteps or just took his eye off the ball to check his running lane, but pass incomplete.
That pattern has been open all night for them. I mean, all night, and that's probably the third one that's been dropped.
Really, for both teams.
Yep.
That slam pattern up the middle, they're laying back off of that, both sides of the football. So third down and 1. And he's going to hand off straight up the middle, and he did
not get it. He did not get it.
Not even
going to be
close.
Up at fourth and 2 now, maybe. He might have lost a yard.
Yeah, I'll give him a loss of a half a yard there. Yeah, maybe so. But it's going to bring up fourth down. And we've got change in personnel, so I'm not sure exactly what they're doing, but...
Oh, I think they're going.
I think you would have to.
But you just lost a half a yard. They're running that bunched up.
Yep.
Again, is he going to break out of that like they tried on the goal line, or...
Yep, the goal line stance, the scrum. Now this time he hands it off to the back. He didn't get it. No, he turned his back away from the yardage marker. When you do that, the football is then behind you, and it's where the football is. It's not where your body is. DuBois is going to take over on downs.
Why is it saying fourth down?
Well, they called it fourth down, but I think they're just going to. Looks like they're going to call for the chains to come in. But by where the football is, it's close. Might have been a pretty good spot there, because as soon as he got spun around, that football is behind him. There is no replay in this level. So whatever that chain decides.
He might have got it from where they spotted that ball now, and looking at it.
I tend to agree. I think it's going to be a first down. It is.
Oh, my, yes.
First down by the length of a football.
Wow.
Hey, throw him the ball. Give him a break. Yeah. They're trying out there. So first down Brockway. 3:59 left in the game. Down 20. So we'll reset the chains.
See if DuBois comes after him here. They have to know he's throwing.
Yeah, I don't think it's any secret that he's going to throw the football. And back to pass is Patton. Steps up in the pocket. He's under pressure, and he is going to go down. 38. That's Wilson on the stop. On the sack, I should say.
Yeah. Well, it was like you were saying just a moment ago about Trey, how he goes sometimes to his third or fourth receiver. This guy looks like he keys on one, and then if he doesn't have him, he doesn't know what to do.
Right, exactly.
He stares down the one receiver.
And nice pass, dump off to Pisarcik. Pisarcik's going to be close to a first down.
I think he got it.
He got it. Yep, they're going to move the chains. First down, Rovers.
And that was a nice pass.
It was a nice crossing pattern. And that the big thing right there is he wasn't taking the time. That got out of his hands in a hurry.
Yep.
Those are the kind of plays I think Brockway needs. I don't think he's a pocket passer. I think he needs to get rid of the ball ASAP. So again, Patton back to pass. A little bit poised, steps up in the pocket. Again, under pressure, rolls to his left, throws behind his intended receiver. That was intended for Kale.
And he did a great job again. They had him wrapped up. I thought he was going down, and he somehow got out of that. Just missed a wide open guy.
He did, but again, you're getting late in the game, but if that happens, as a quarterback, when you evade that rush and you move to your left, there was all kinds of running room there for him.
Yes, there was. And he was running left, and he tried to throw back across his body. That's why he missed the guy.
Right. And if anything, pump fake that. It might get you a couple more yards. So, again, Patton takes the snap, stands, throws.
There's that pass again.
Snowberger up the middle. It was open at the sticks, and he did not catch it.
That's that same pass, though. I mean, that's hopefully DuBois takes a look at these game films, and because I'm sure Hollidaysburg is going to see these game films, too.
I'm sure they are. No question about it. They'll come up with a good game plan. So TJ is going to have his work cut out for him in the film room. So back to pass, Patton dancing around, pump fakes, misses. Now he's in trouble left. He's going to throw. He's going to pick up his receiver. That's caught, wrestled to the ground by Muhammad. But first down, Colton Kale for the Rovers. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left in the game and counting.
And he made something happen there again, the quarterback. He's doing a good job.
Yes, he is. Patton, again, back to pass. Kind of shoveling forward. Throws up the middle. Snowberger, nice cut inside. He's going to score. To the corner. Nobody's going to touch him. Touchdown, Aiden Snowberger. Flag on the play, though. They're saying it's, preliminary from the Rovers saying it's going to be against DuBois. Hands to the face is the motion I'm getting from the side judge. So I think this is probably going to go against DuBois. So they're talking to the Rovers coach there. I'm not sure what they're asking him. I'm sure he's not going to decline that penalty. And I don't know if it's not a personal foul, so I don't think it's assessed on the kickoff. So I'm not sure exactly what the call would be. It's going to be a touchdown for the Rovers.
But as far as the game goes, John, don't you agree that DuBois has been susceptible to the long ball in the middle of the field? I think that's like the third or fourth completion that Brockway's had right up the middle of the field.
Yeah, it's open there. No question about it. That slant pattern, it's come from both sides. You got Snowberger from the right, or you have, from the left. Pisarcik. I mean, it's, so Patton back to pass, touch, throws, knocked away.
Great defensive play. There he is again.
Yes, number 25. That's corny. Just gets his big paw in there, just kind of shoves it away. I said, no, not on my watch. So 2:31 left in the game. DuBois 38, Rovers 24. You're listening to DuBois Beaver football on Bigfoot Country.
38,
Are you an athlete or weekend warrior, injured and don't know what to do? Give Radius Physical Therapy and DuBois a call. We can give you a free screen and get you rolling on the path to doing what you love, whether it's a sport or a recreational activity. Call 814-913-0217 and ask for Jamie or Dan. We are located in the Sandy Plaza next to Hobby Lobby.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Welcome back to Frank Verschetti Field here in Brockway, Pennsylvania. Rovers, nice touchdown pass to Aiden Snowberger. Again, that slant, you're right, it's open right up the middle every time. DuBois is going to have to take a look at that in game films and kind of come up with a defensive plan for that.
There must have been a penalty there.
Well, that was the hands to the face. That was a penalty, so it must have been, for whatever reason, it's assessed on the kickoff.
Well, now it's definitely going to be an onside kick.
Oh, no question about it. Now, I do remember back in the day, this isn't out of the realm of possibility with this amount of time left. I know DuBois beat Brookville. It was up by 3 scores in this about this amount of time.
It's going to go out of bounds.
It is. So DuBois is going to get the ball here at the 35.
So. I'm not quite sure what he was trying to do. I guess he was trying to punch it into the open part of the field where nobody was there.
Yeah.
Hopefully one of his guys was going to run down and get it, but he kicked it a little too far.
Yep, a little bit too much momentum there on that kick. It goes out of bounds. So DuBois will get it at the 35-yard line. 2:31 left in the game. Pretty much, although
there he is.
2 timeouts left.
He's out in the field.
He is.
Wingard's out there.
I think one first down, make them take a couple timeouts and you can pretty much run out this clock. But again, it's not necessarily what I would do as a coach, but again, I've never been a football coach, so.
Well, I'm sure he's not going to run the football.
No.
Himself. He'll hand it off, but I wouldn't think that they're going to call. And he doesn't run the ball anyways unless he's avoiding a sack or something, so.
Right. They do have Wilson back there in the backfield, so they don't have Dixon back there. Again, you don't want anybody hurt, but, and they also have Hansley as a fullback.
Yeah, the officials stopped play here.
My guess is might go to Hansley, up the middle as the fullback. If he can get 10 yards or 5 yards. Bottom line is you want the clock running and you want a first down. That'll pretty much ice it. So, nope, they'll give it to Wilson out of the backfield. Crosses over to the 35, gain of about 4 yards. So, second down and 6.
Brockway trying to strip that ball, obviously. Doesn't look like they're going to stop the clock, though. They do have 2 timeouts left, but...
Yeah, I mean, again, I think realistically down 14 points, 2 minutes left. Not beyond the realm of possibility, but that would really have to be quick strike, and they haven't really shown that, even if they would happen to get the ball. So again, back to Wilson, crosses the 40 to the 41, gain of 2.
Yeah, they must have called a timeout there. Clock stopped.
Yep. So 1:41 left. Rovers call timeout. We'll take a break as well. You're listening to DuBois Beaver football on Bigfoot Country.
WIC and SNAP can help you with the cost of healthy groceries. Use WIC first at the store to purchase healthy foods. Then use SNAP for the rest of your monthly needs where eWIC and EBT are accepted. WIC and SNAP. Together we can make your family's future even healthier. Visit pawic.com for more information. PAWIC and SNAP are funded by the USDA. This institution is an equal opportunity provider, paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
We're back here at Frank Verschetti Field in Brockway, Pennsylvania. 1 minute, 41 seconds left in the game. DuBois up by 14 points, 38-24, with the ball on third down. 4 yards to go for a first down. Rovers have one more timeout that they can use. So we're going to see a lot here on this play. If they get a first down, they can pretty much run out the clock. If not, they're going to run it down as much as they can. If they call timeout now, I'm not sure that's a strategy, but that's what I would do if I were the coach. So Wingard back, rolls to his right, throws. Pass is complete to Koger. First down, DuBois steps out of bounds. Again, the clock will stop to move the chains, but the clock stops. I don't know that that's necessarily what you want to do, boys, with Koger. That's one that he might get a talking to by coach on that one. Cut inside, make him take the timeout.
Yeah, but I would say that it's pretty much Brockway's only got one timeout left, and this game's pretty much over. Mm-hmm. But, seriously, I mean, if you're the Rovers, you had a great second half.
Oh, they did. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Yep. I mean, they kept us a close game.
Yep. And like we said, that's something to build on for your next week's game.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So the up man, Hansley, first down and more.
Boy, he's going. He's
rumbling inside the 20, down 2. Where's he going to mark him?
About the 16,
Probably
maybe?
about the 16, or he's going to the 18. So a nice run by Hansley up the middle.
Yeah, he just bullied his way down there. Not much of a move at the end, though. They knocked him off his feet there, but that was a great run, a good gain.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Clock's running down to almost a minute left. I don't know if that looks like they're going into the victory formation.
Yes, they are. So Hansley kind of sitting sideways, as is the other back, and he's just going to take a knee and let it run down.
Which is the right thing to do at this point. You're up 2 scores. The game's basically over. You don't want to rub it in their face or anything, so...
No, you definitely don't want to do that. I think, again, good sportsmanship by the Rovers, because they could, a little bit of gamesmanship, they could call timeout, but there's really no reason for them to do that either. So they'll let it go. 40 seconds
Players are
left.
shaking hands and everything, so
well-played game on both sides of the football. We'll take a quick break, as your final score is going to be DuBois 38, Rovers 24. We're down inside of 22 seconds. The game clock is under the play clock, so this will be the end of the football game as they're lining up. We'll be back with a quick wrap-up after a few words from our sponsors. You're listening to DuBois Beaver Football on Bigfoot Country.
Out-of-town guests coming in for a reunion, celebration, or family function? Make them feel at home at the DuBois Hampton Inn. Group rates are available for your guests, and a clean, comfortable room is a promise. Meeting and banquet rooms are available. Enjoy the indoor pool, and we have wireless internet too. Start your day right with Hampton's free hot breakfast. Call us 814-375-1000. That's 814-375-1000. The DuBois Hampton Inn. We love having you here.
Whether you're recovering from the gym, a tough game, or from post-surgery, Infused IV may have just what you're looking for. Infused IV offers a wide array of products and services that will help you get back on track fast. Our peak performance IV therapy can supply your body with vitamins, minerals, and fluids to help your body function at its best. Make Infused IV part of your pre- and post-game for optimal results this season. Now infusing ages 16 plus with parental consent. Find out how Infused IV can help you become faster on and off the field. Stop in on Midway Drive